Alrighty, let's go. My workspace is a little bit of a mess, I will admit. I'm just getting everything lined up for today because I want to get some jewelry made and maybe a couple other things too. I'm still not 100% sure. I also have a part of the commission to work on today. So I'm just getting everything laid out. I made some keychains a little while ago that I was trying to figure out like designs for all of the different like D&D classes. So like for sorcerer, this glows in the dark. There's cleric. It's kind of hard to see probably the shimmery color, but there's like a gold and like a pink shimmer in there. So hey Maggie, how you doing? I'm figuring out making a few more of those. I think I'm just gonna make a couple. I'm thinking some different like shapes and things. I think that'll be fun. And I might turn some of those into necklaces and things too. And then I wanted to get some like potion bottle things made. I made a couple of health and mana potion necklaces. And people seem to like those. And they're nice and easy to make. So I was thinking I might make a couple more of those. I'm distracted by resin on the table. And I've got all of these fun different bottles to work with. So let's see here. Just still pulling things out. So let's see here. So we're going to do a couple of red, a couple of blue, probably with a little bit of shimmer for that. And then I wanted to do like some sort of like golden elixir, and I was thinking like this bottle. That's the bottle I think of. Oh, it survived! It's glass. I'm thinking this bottle with just like a shimmering gold in it maybe. Or I was a bit, well, I'll just do like one probably to try it out. And then I was thinking of trying to do something with like a black mica drip in it. Like it's, I don't know, has, or something like that. So it's a little creepy. Maybe it's like souls or something like that. Maybe some purple in there too. That might be cool. Maybe like a black and like the phthalo blue, something like that. Maybe one of these long test tube type ones. That might be cool. I'm not sold. Let me show you the different options we've got here. So we've got I think this is all the different shapes of bottle that I've got. And then I've got some smaller ones that are just kind of regular bottle shape. I think I could do like a love potion in here because it's kind of a heart shape. That could be kind of fun. Maybe with some like rose, like a pale pink resin with some like gold flakes and some rose petals. That could be fun. I'm trying some things out today. I'm duplicating some things and I'm trying some other things out. Just to see if I like them as designs and I can make more of them later. So let's see. And then I was thinking of doing like a poison maybe. And that one, I mean, should I just do just a light green color? I feel like that's just kind of boring. It should have something else in it. Oh, although actually this one could be cool because there's like a little poison vial. That looks like a little poison vial. Let's try maybe one of those for poison. I just need to keep everything straight and figure out what I'm doing. So, and then I have some little tiny bottles. Where are my little tiny bottles? Here's my little tiny bottles that make good earrings. Look how tiny they are. Little tiny bottles. I don't know what I want to put in these. Oh, I could do a little like health potion in one and mana potion in the other. That'd be super cute. That'd be super cute. Let's see, what are some other ideas? What else should I put in bottles? I've done like seashells. I did some little earrings with like sand and seashells in them. Those were cute. thinking I could do little flowers. We could do some little flowers. I'll put these over here. I'll do a set of earrings to match the like druid keychain. So this is the druid keychain. Just plant a little bit of shimmer in there. So we can do a set of earrings to match that. This is going to be fun guessing how much resin I need. Here's a question. Here's a question for you guys. I was thinking of doing one of the druid keychains like I just showed you, but in a bottle. Which shape bottle do you think would be the best for a druid? Oh, it had it for a second there. There we go. Which shape? Let's see. The classic, the potion bottle, or the teardrop? That's what I'm going to call them so that we can actually talk about them together. Oops. Yeah. Classic, potion bottle, teardrop. Which one feels the most druid? I'm leaning towards maybe this one, the flask. Flask is a good word. The flask. Leaning towards maybe the flask one. I feel like that feels potion bottle-y. Or like something that you would brew like potions in kind of thing. This one's bigger, but I'm thinking the flask one. But I'm open to ideas. I mean, there's also the option of doing like the long bottle or something, but everything else, I'm doing long. I have a couple of like longer shaped ones already, little crystal shapes. I was thinking of doing another crystal shape. All right, I think if no one has any opinion, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I think I'll go with the flask shape. I've got things lined up for that. All right, we've got our druid shapes figured out. I'm gonna do a crystal. I'm gonna do a little sphere, do a little flask, and then I'll do a pair of earrings. Okay. Let's see. Next up, the cleric. The cleric. I don't know if like the crystal shape is the most cleric-ish, but it's pretty. That's this one. I'm thinking maybe I'll do one in like this cylinder, just because, I don't know, round shapes feel very cleric sort of. And then like I feel like healing, like I feel like this is kind of like an elixir sort of shaped bottle, so we'll do one of those. I don't think the tall one, I don't think that one makes as much sense, but I feel like I could use one more shape to do. I could do another cylinder. I could do like a weird diamond shape. I was thinking the weird diamond, maybe the weird diamond shape would be cool for the sorcerer actually. But I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Earl Grey tea. It's kind of weak actually. I should have let that steep longer. Okay. Yeah, we need one more thing for the cleric. I could do the little heart bottle. That might be kind of cute for the cleric. I want things where the mica can sink through it. So I feel like taller things are better for that. I could do a little heart bottle, or I could just do one of the classic bottles too. Why don't we just do one of the classic bottles? I think that'll work out well. I think the resin will move easily in that, if that makes sense. Throw that in there for now. I'm going to throw all of the corks back in the bags from whence they came. Let's grab one of these that doesn't have a cork in it. I don't want to lose the corks, and I also don't want to get them mixed up. Okay. Should I do earrings that match? I might as well do a pair of cleric earrings, I think, as well. Why not? I think that they'll work fine in the little bottles. There's a couple of designs where it's just like, I don't think that'll work in the little bottles. Like, one of the ones we're going to do, which is the rogue. the Rogue one is just matte black with gold findings. So I went and sanded this down until it was matte. It's kind of like a little stealthy keychain. I've got some things already set off to the side for it. I have like a twisty, what do you call a rectangle? Box? I don't know. What is the word for a three-dimensional rectangle? Can't think of the word. Because like a cylinder is like a three-dimensional. It's an extruded circle. What do you call like an extruded square? Anyways, another crystal. And then I have, I'm thinking, I'm going to do kind of this weird shape right here. I feel like this would be kind of cool. The kind of circly one. And I do have this thing over here too, so I could also pour other things in here. That's an option. And then the last, but that one I don't think, cube? Cube! Yeah, cube implies that all of the sides are the same size. That's closer. I'm trying to think of like, is there one where it's elongated? I should know this. It's fun at work. So I work at a tutoring center, and I graduated with math stuff. I sort of a math degree, and it's always fun. Every once in a while, I'll be trying to help a student with something. I'll just be like, "How does math work? Oh no!" So the last set, or the last D&D keychains that I want to make, or necklaces, is some sorcerer ones, and I think I'm going to make it a little bit less opaque than this, not quite as, yeah, a little bit more translucent, a little less opaque. But I do like those colors and the glow in the dark bit. And I'm going to do another one of the twirly squares. I don't know what, I still can't remember what like an extruded square is. And then I was thinking the cool diamond shape for that. And then I think I could do one more thing. I don't know what. Could do another crystal. I've got a lot of crystals. Could do a bottle. I mean, I could just go with one of the... I have a whole bunch of this kind of bottle. I have much more of these than the other shapes. So I could just do one of these bottles. Why not? Let's do one of those. I've got them, so might as well use them. Okay. So we've got me... Let me put all of my D&D things here. And then we can look at what else I need to make. I do also need to pull out all the stuff for these. Let's see here. I pulled out my black for the rogue ones, but that's pretty much it so far for materials. Okay, so let's see, what else do I want to do? I have D&D. I have the health and the mana potion ones. Take these corks out. I might need a little bit of clay to hold these upright. So I do need to figure out how I'm going to be putting these all into the pressure pot. They'll go on my little tray, but some of them I probably want to rubber band together. Some of them I probably want to put on a little like plinth of clay to keep them upright. Like these are very, very round, and they do stand up, but I don't trust them to stay standing up, so I'm going to put a little bit of clay and give them a little bit more of a flat base. I think that'll work a little bit better. That much clay on this one. So that'll be the health and the mana potions. Then I'm going to do a set of earrings that is 1 health and 1 mana potion. I think that'll be fun. Okay, I'm just thinking here. You know, I do think that I'd probably have a much easier time if I just made a whole bunch of the same thing, because I'm kind of making a lot of different things, even if I'm using some of the same resin and stuff. You know, everything's like a different shape and size. That's going to be hard, make it harder to actually keep everything together. All right, I wanted a set of earrings. Oops, those are just corks. I don't need just the corks. And then those. One mana, one health. Okay, got those. I was gonna try doing like maybe like a golden elixir or something in here. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get kind of the same effect with the cleric one to a certain extent. I don't know if I want to do that one. I was thinking of doing something. Oh, I was gonna do like a poison one. And I think we'll just try that in one of those. One of our little vials. It's gonna be poison. I need to pull out colors and things too. And then, yeah, I was trying to think of something that was just like, I don't know, dark and mysterious. Maybe that could go in one of these. I think I'll do that in one of those. Do it with like some black mica and some like phthalo blue. I think that'll be pretty. And then I think that is it for that, unless I have any more earring. Oh, and then we'll do like I'm not going to do the gold elixir. Let's do a love potion, quote unquote, instead. So we'll do those as our little experiments. Yeah, see, like this bottle does not stand up very well. The bottom is not, it leans. It's hard to see, but it leans. It is not straight up and down, perpendicular. Okay, so that'll be our poison vial. That'll be our love potion. That'll be our dark souls, or dark souls, not dark souls, not the game, but bottle of souls. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. So we could do earrings. Let's see. One of the other things I need to work on today is I need to make some D6 blanks. Oh, something I wanted to test though before I do that is how well do the D6 blanks fit into the fate dice? Do they fit into the... Oh, good. Oh, good. They fit really well into the fate dice. That's good. I am realizing that I'll have to... I can make this work. I can make this work. Yeah, they fit really well into the fate dice, so that's good. So I need to make 4... Hi, Ty! Oh, Ty, I wanted to tell you. I got in the 3mm porcelain spheres, and I think it's going to work a lot better. I haven't set it up yet, but I can absolutely see why the 4mm would cause me problems and the 3mm won't. So I need to sand some stuff, but I'm gonna try that out. Let's see here. If the person who's getting the D6s is here, I do have a question for you. Let's see here. Get in the box. Okay, so I don't need these. I'm done with these. Yeah, I think probably it's just the size sphere, because there's a big difference between 3mm and 4mm. I think probably the 4mm ones were just they're a lot heavier. Each individual one is a lot heavier, and I'm wondering if that's kind of what was denting my dice. So we're gonna try the 3mm, and I'm hopeful. Still should have steeped that longer. Okay. Don't need these. Put all of these bottles away so we have a little bit more room here. I'm still thinking, is there anyone got any ideas for some earrings that we should make with my little tiny bottles? So I have got I've got little tiny bottles for earrings. Oh, okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. I will do that. I probably need to clean up them, but anyways. But yeah, anyone got any earring suggestions? I've got a few that we're going to do already, but I'm open to ideas. I've done some with like sand and seashells in them before, or I mean, we could do just glitter or something, but birthstone themed earrings, that could be cool. I could probably just get some, you know, to be fair, I don't have to fill these with resin. They can be filled with other things too, so I can always do that as well. Maybe I'll try filling those with like gears and things at some point. I'd want to make, if I was going to do birthstone themed earrings, I'd want to make at least one set of each. I don't know that I'm going to do that today, but it's an idea that I might come back around to. That could be fun, do like opal and aquamarine, and yeah, I could do something fun. I'd have to look them all up too. Oh, actually, one more thing that I wanted to try. So, we're making D&D class keychains and necklaces. And I've got Druid, Cleric, Sorcerer, and Rogue here. I've got a couple more designs that I was just like, yeah, these are okay. But these are the ones that I liked the best. And there's a few that I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing for this. And one of them was the monk. But I literally just got some white feathers in. And so I was kind of thinking if I could maybe use like a feather in one of these crystals as for the monk. That might be kind of cool. Let me grab. So why don't we try that? I'm thinking like, I don't know what else to put with the feather. I'm not sure what else. Maybe blue. I kind of think of blue with monk for some reason. So I'm just thinking here. I'm trying to guess maybe something floral too. Little earrings with mushrooms and moss. Let me see what size mushrooms I have. Let me see if I have any small ones. I've got moss for sure. Oh, you know what could be cute at some point? I have all these little tiny cactuses that I made at one point. I could do little like cactus terrariums. Do like a layer of sand, quote unquote. I might have to make some smaller saguaros. Or I could just do the little tiny ones. Oh, but I should do a big necklace to match that. Just a second. So let's do one big one and then the earrings. We'll do little cactuses in there later, so I'll do some like sand. I could do actual sand. In there. But let's do some like sand, quote unquote. I might just use like gold shimmer. And then we'll do cactuses, but let me see if I have any mushrooms. What sort of mushrooms I've got. I've also got little tiny headstones. I forgot about those. So I could do like little graveyards too. Would this fit in there? This one, let's see if this one will fit. This tray, by the way, is just a whole bunch of things that I've made randomly at different times. Oh, I could do this little, I could do one with like, oh wait, okay. So this one could have that mushroom. Just a second, I need to set, so these are gonna be that. Let me set the corks off to the side. Just need to do the head. Like I said, I always imagined a twirly mustache, but that's cool though. I do want to see it when it's finished because that sounds really cool. The fingerprinting. Oh, here I should throw the other corks back in there. So we got a little tiny red mushroom. We'll do that one, and then I think I might have like a little tiny like other kind of mushroom I could do. I'd probably do like don't know about that one. Got some little shelf mushrooms. I'm trying to find, I could just do the mushroom in one and have it be uneven. Like that's valid too. I do also have like just little kind of mushrooms like that. So I could like cut those down so that they're a little bit shorter and attach them together. Put those in there. That might be cool. Do like those three on one side and then the red on the other. That could be cool. Here's some little I don't know if this would fit in there. Here's a little tiny snail I made a long time ago. It wouldn't fit in there. Okay. I could use these. I don't really have a good use for them. I might be able to, the other ones are smaller. Okay, I think we'll go with those. And I'll pull out some moss to go with that as well. I've got all sorts of random things in here. There's some like chess piece type things in there. Little fake blackberry. Okay. Oh, do you guys want to see the little cake that I made? I made it on stream at one point, and I never actually ended up using it. But there's the little slice of cake. Little slice of cake. Okay. Yeah, and then maybe we'll do like gravestones at some point too. That could be cool. But I'll come back to that idea, I think. Yes. Okay. Where am I going with this? This isn't markups. Also, welcome, Ileana. You're the one that is getting the fate dice, right? Because I have a question. A question on the fate dice. No. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, moss, that's what I'm missing. I think I'll put together the little mossy earrings, and then we'll just pour resin in there. I think that's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. So I'm just going to grab a little tiny bit of moss. I've done like necklaces. Oh wait, should I do this exactly like I do the necklaces that I do? With a little bit of dirt at the bottom? I'll do it with a little bit of dirt at the bottom. This isn't actually dirt. Oh, I just made a mess. This isn't actually dirt. This is actually coffee grounds, but I have made a mistake. I now have coffee grounds everywhere. Great. Just a moment. I need to get more coffee grounds at some point. I use coffee grounds kind of surprisingly a lot whenever I need like dirt. Nah, we're not gonna use that. We'll just throw that out. Okay. Let me do this over this. Not quite that much. Little bit of dirt, quote unquote dirt. Oh, that's a good amount. Yeah, those look good. A coffee tragedy. Just a little bit of dirt in there. And then we'll add a little bit of moss. So we'll add the moss on top of that. Honestly, it'll help hide the bottom of the little mushroom that's just kind of ends. That's part of the reason I do that with the coffee. Got some other moss. We'll add a little bit of that. gonna be fun to try and position things in here. It always is though with these. Oh, that actually worked surprisingly well. I just need to kind of push everything down a little bit. I'm trying to get it so it's not like leaning. Just a moment. It's just hard to do. It's gonna be fun trying to get this out of here to reposition it. Just not gonna happen. I wonder if I can turn it though. It's kind of angled. There we go. I think that's good enough. It's kind of fallen over a little bit, but see if I can show you. There's one, a little red mushroom. And then I think I might have to cut these down a little bit so that they'll actually fit in here. Yeah, on the blank D6s, I'm debating. I mean, I guess I'll probably just do them clear. I was debating adding just like a little tiny bit of shimmer. I feel like that always looks good and clear, but that's the question that I have on it. Just a second here. Trying to get things. To all be in the same little spot. No! Go back down, Moss. Go back down. This one's not quite as... Okay, this one's a little too short. I guess we'll take this one out. I'll show you in just a second. Okay. So I think we'll just have the 2 in here because that seems to be working better. You liquid glitter that adds a micro amount of sparkle, it always brightens up clear of any kind. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it just kind of makes it feel more clear almost. And I've got like a little bit of like a, so we got that with a couple little mushrooms in it. And that'll be the other one. Because I only had one of the tiny, I only had the one tiny red one. Oh, I could add some like taller grass in that one though. Grass, again, a different kind of moss. Let me just add a little piece of this taller moss, like a piece of grass. Add a little bit more interest in here since this one's a lot more neutral in tone. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, cool. Got those. But yeah, that's what I was debating for the D6, is just adding just a little tiny bit of shimmer, just to kind of make it feel more clear and bright. Let's see here, what else do I need? I need plants. I need plants for those ones. Let's grab those. Yeah. There we go. I've been using these. I feel like they're like little tiny like flowers. I feel like they work really well for, okay, cool. That's cool. I will grab that. Just a little tiny bit of shimmer. It just makes the, yeah, it just makes the clear feel more clear almost. Cool, so this is what I'm using in these, and I feel like it works, well, just because the scale matches. If I used like bigger flowers, it wouldn't fit as well, that sort of thing. So let's just grab another little sprig. I'm gonna start putting these in. Start getting everything ready to actually pour resin. Okay, there's that. This might be fun to try and get in here. This is how am I gonna do this? Without breaking everything. Oh, actually that's going better than I expected it. They aren't actually just all breaking off like I was worried they would. Ooh, they might on the way out though. Might be a little too long. I think we'll just do that instead. I'm just going to add a few, I think, loose flowers in here as well, because it's just not quite right. Okay. That is the problem with doing this sphere instead of the long ones, but we'll try it out. Everything's a little bit of an experiment. Everything's always a little bit of an experiment. And then we've got this bottle. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll. Trying to get it so that the main part of the flower's down in the bottle a little bit more, but also I really like the leaves. Can I add this and then also add a leaf? Yeah, that might work. It's a little bit more understated maybe. I like it though. I think it'll be a little bit, yeah, a little bit more understated. I do need something to hold that upright though, because that bottle's not going to stay upright. Okay. And then we've got, only thing left here is the earrings. Let's see here. Yeah, I want, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out something that is like full enough that it will look good. Like it'll actually look like flowers, but is short enough it'll actually fit in the bottle. This one might be good. Oh, you know, things go a lot faster when I make a whole bunch of the same thing. Things go a lot slower like this because there's just a lot more prep work involved. So it's always like, I don't know, it's always a little bit, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. When I do streams like this, it's like, this could take a long time. I don't know. Could go really short, could take 4 hours. Who knows? This one is not quite enough. Okay, that's good enough for me. So those are also going to have a little bit of shimmer with them. So one of the things that I need to do is figure out colors. Let me set these back off to the side. I don't want them in the way. I'm just going to smoosh them. I don't need to smoosh them. But one of the things that we need to figure out is colors for things. So Let's see. For the mana and the health potions, I'll probably just use, I could use this one, but where's the other red? I can just use this red. So that's our fuchsia. And could do this blue, that's not a bad blue. I kind of like it, I think a darker color, maybe like this navy. I think maybe like the navy. Where's the navy? There's my navy. Wait, where's the other one? Do I have two of those? Oh, I guess that's my navy. Okay, that one and navy. Oh, that is the one I was looking for. And then I'll probably use a little bit of this shimmer in there too. Give it a little bit of shine. Got those figured out. What am I thinking of? Okay, cleric. No, actually, what I was trying to figure out was the shimmer for those. I think I did this one before. It's always kind of hard to show off the shimmer on camera, but like, just got like a nice purpley shimmer to it. Could do that one. Could do also like, because I was kind of doing like different shimmers. I thought it was kind of fun to do something different every time. I could also do like this green yellow. I think that'd be pretty. Let me see. Yeah, the first one I think I did this. So it could be fun to do these ones. And it is really pretty. I think I'm going to stick with this because the pink complements the like greenish tone of the plants really well. So I think I want to stick with that. So that is gold return. That's this one. So that's going to go there. Okay, so moving on to the cleric. We need gold foil. Ooh, what you got here? Also need more space. Okay. And then I did like an interference gold. Is it this one? I think it was this one, which is a nice one. That's not what I want. I want interference gold. So interference, it looks white, right? But it shimmers gold. And then this one I did like a, what did I use? I think the interference pink. Should I continue with the pink, or should I do, I could do a couple with like the pink and a couple with like the blue maybe? Blue could also be really pretty. That's my thought. Because I don't know, all the different interference colors, yeah, it wasn't that one. All the different interference colors are just so pretty. Anything else in here? Yeah, it's just, yeah, the interference blue. You also have green. I think either the blue or the pink. Maybe I'll do some with the blue and some with the pink. So I'll do a couple with the blue and a couple with the pink. That seems like a good plan. For the sorcerer one, what colors did I use? So I have white, I think. Actually, I might not need that. I might not need that. I might not need the white. Maybe I want the white. Either way, it has some iridescent flakes in it. And then there's glow-in-the-dark orange and glow-in-the-dark yellow, I think. Let me pull down my glow-in-the-dark colors. Oh, I forgot that I have a whole bunch of cool beetles now. I forgot that I have a whole bunch of cool beetles from a commission. I should do something with those at some point. Could put one of those in a bottle. That'd be cool. Could put one of those in a bottle. That would be cool. So we've got our glow-in-the-dark colors. So here's yellow. And oof. Some of these glow-in-the-dark colors smell very much like sulfur. And then dark red. We could try that one. Juice red. I don't remember what the colors are. This one's orange. Should we do orange? Let's just do orange. Some of these red ones work really well though, like I think it's the dark red. One of the reds shines really bright. Those are the ones that actually, I think, have like sulfur in them. Oh, like you can't smell it once it's actually in the resin, but when it's just in the powdered form, whew. I might need the white. So I'm gonna grab some inks here for the orange and the yellow color. My problem is, I could just use some, that's a little more green. I'm just debating colors here. I don't need it that opaque necessarily. I think I used, is it this orange? No, that's the orange I used. Where's the orange? I think it was, might have been this orange. Is that right? That seems reasonable to me. And then we need like a yellow. I think maybe it was like this, or it might have been this. I think it might have been this. All right, I think it was these. I think that's it for that. This one is just black. We've got our blank D6s. I might do, should I do 5 of them? So when I do commissions, I ship them with an extra die, usually. I'm just debating whether I want to go through the effort of making that extra die exactly the same. Might as well make an extra blank. I can use it for something else if I decide against it. Okay, so we've got our D6 blanks for that. These were going to be our little cactus ones. So I think I want like a gold to set those on top of. Maybe just like this. I think that'd be a good gold. Let's do that one. And then, oh, this one actually, this one could be good too. Should I go for like more, like these both are like shimmery and metallic. Should I go for more sparkle or less sparkle and like smoother? You can see that this one is a little bit smoother and this one's a little bit more sparkly. They're very similar, but it's for sand. I think I'll go with the sparkly. I think I'll go with a little bit more sparkly. So that is Pearl X Brilliant Gold. That's why I have all of these little chips, so I can actually find. So I'm like, I like this color. Okay, cool. It's the Pearl X Brilliant Gold. We'll grab that. Let's see here. This one was going to be a vial of poison. So I need to figure out what color would be good for that. There's kind of like this lime. It's kind of yellowish green. That one could be good. Where was the... Could do something with this one, which is all... I feel like a yellowish green is good for poison. For a poison bottle. I think one of these two. They're both kind of like more yellowish green, but they're definitely green. It's gonna be quite... So I don't know which one of those I want. Not sure. Should I go for like a little bit more greeny or a little bit more yellowy? Well, I'm thinking on that. We're gonna do like a love potion here. So I'm gonna do some gold foil and I'm gonna do some rose petals, which I have over here. That's full roses, not that. That's also full roses. Where's my rose petals? I guess I must put them away. Just a second. Just a second. Where's my rose petals? Ah, here's my rose petals. Found them. And then we'll do some rose petals. Let's see here. What color of pink do I want? I want something kind of subtle. I mean, I could use probably one of these and just add just a little tiny like bit of pink. Oh, maybe this one. I think I like that one. We're gonna do this one. So that is resin pigment rose. This one. So I'm not sure on which green. We'll do that with gold foil and our flowers. And then this one, oh, this one I was going to do like souls. That's kind of the idea. And I was going to do, I think, phthalo blue and where's that black? I have a black mica. I'm going to do a mix of that, this like super sparkly dark mica, and there's another, oh, and then this one, which is it's a mica, but it's not all that shimmery, so we'll do those three, I think. And I could do that in like faintly purple resin or something, or like a little bit of like purple ink in there. Or I could do those along with, where is the interference purple? Do that one. I've got interference green, gold, silver. That is my interference purple. Pink. Here it is. Oh, I could do that with like some of the interference purple. Ooh, that might be pretty. Maybe I'll just do those in like clear. Oh, or just do a little bit of the purple in the clear. It'll probably be easier if I just leave it clear. No, actually it won't matter. It won't matter. We'll do a little bit of purple in the clear and then have those sinking through. Like this one, that was an experiment. That was just to like, I wonder how this will look. Let's find out. So, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how much resin this all is going to take. I know that one of these, one of the little crystal molds, takes about 2.5 milliliters. So, I think that's going to take more than the bottles. The bottles aren't going to take very much. If I have extra, well, and then I also need to try and, I'm going to try and fix this die. It has a big gap in it and it's a little bit funky on top. Luckily I have a different D20 that I can use with the set, but if I can get this one fixed, that'd be nice. So we're going to do that. If I have extra resin, we'll make some like magnet or phone grip type things. I think that's what I'll do. Ooh, sorry, that's a little bit loud. Ooh. It's not the right color. Alright, I do need to still pull out a couple of these colors. Let's see. The white feather. Oh, I haven't decided on what to do with the white feather. That's what I'm missing. Oh, this would be kind of pretty. I like how this is the one I missed. This is a duo blue-green, so it looks blue and then has like kind of a green tint to it. What if I did some of that and then the feather and then clear? That sounds pretty. That sounds nice. We'll do that. Thank you for hanging out, random paint chip. And I do need to cut this feather down to size. Let me make this a little bit shorter. Okay. So here's our little piece of feather. We'll do some of this and then we'll set that on top and do the clear. Cool. Let me get my planner out of the way. I don't think I need it over here. I've got everything pretty much laid out. And like I said, if we have extra, we'll grab those. Okay. I just need to pull out all of our materials and get everything into the little mixing cups now. And we're good to go. So let's see, I want orange. Resin pigment, orange. There's that one. You got yourself some small crystal molds. They're so hard to demold. Oh, are they like the tall ones like these? Cause yeah, they're a pain. And yellow. Or are they different? Poison. I think I'm gonna go with the moss. Moss. I think I'll go with that one. I don't know, which one looks more sickly green? Which one's more... Oh, same ones. Yeah, no, they're a pain to unmold. I'll just sit there and I'll kind of like try to pull it apart at the top a little bit and then push it from the bottom. Because it just has suction on it, basically. We'll go with lime. Not lime, moss. We'll go with moss. These ones I need the interference gold. Did I already put? I already grabbed the interference gold. And then I'm gonna grab interference blue and interference pink. We'll do some with the blue and some with the pink. I have there's like a weird lining here and it's just like tickling me. There we go. And then this bottle, we want graphite and silver black, and we want phthalo blue, and we want the interference violet. Okay, this will be fun. Okay. Set those off to the side. Start putting some of these things into our little mixing cups. I'm gonna reuse some mixing cups. This one just had the blue-green. We're gonna put some more blue-green in it. It's gonna take so little. That's the other thing about doing things just like one-off like this. It's just it just uses so little resin. I'm just gonna use like a dot of the blue, which is just gonna be hard to do honestly because the resin's so viscous. Okay. I literally want to add just the barest amount, and then I'm going to mix that with the barest amount of resin. Let's see here, that's going to be a little bit of gold flakes and rose petals. That one I might, I'm just thinking here, Is a different cat in the box. My cats, I really need to get rid of some cardboard around my house. My cats love boxes, and so, I'll unpackage something, and then the cats will claim the box, and I'll just be like, all right, I guess that belongs to the cats now. And then I just end up with random cardboard boxes all over my house. Unnecessary amounts of cardboard boxes. I really should get rid of some of them. It's been a while since I've done cardboard recycling. Come on. So this is gonna have, it's not very big, so just a little tiny bit of gold and a little tiny bit of rose petals. I really need to, maybe I'll do some sort of YouTube video or something. I really need to get around to at some point figuring out what to do with all of my scrap resin. I've got so much resin scrap. I've got tubs of resin scrap. I had a friend at one point suggest making like a lamp. I was just like, yeah, that could be cool. 3, 4. So these are gonna be going in here. So I don't want too many. I maybe one more. I'm trying to grab ones that are kind of smaller so that they'll actually fit. I might end up adding the roses individually, because that might be what I have to do to get them in there. And then we want a little tiny bit of gold foil. But I really don't want very much. I don't want to overpower things. I made a set of dice the other night, and it kind of did the effect I was looking for, but I think I did too much foil. I can show you. They're sitting behind me. Yeah, that'll break up into little pieces, I think, and that'll be good. There's that. I don't know if I want to could do a little tiny bit of a pink tone, but I did. I'm starting on the Greek god themed dice, and so I was doing. How do you pronounce the name? Hephaestus? Hephaestus? Anyways, and I went and did mostly like black foil with little pops of kind of fiery colors, and then also, it's hard to see, but the resin is colored with like yellow and orange, but it's hard to see because I put so much. You might be able to see on this one. I put so much foil in that it's kind of hard to see that color through. You can see it pretty okay on the D2 or D2. Yes, D2. My brain. But otherwise, they just look very black with little bits. Got that. This one is just going to be ink, but I do still need a mixing cup for it. You know, it's one of the, I reuse a lot of my mixing cups, right? Just because I'm cheap. And also I feel bad wasting things. Like, I go through so many gloves. I always feel like a little bit bad about how much waste I'm making. It's like, every time I pour resin, I'm sending things to the landfill. So I try to reuse these as much as possible, but they're hard to get like cleaned out completely. So I'm always worried about getting like little flakes of slightly wrong colors and things. But I think that's looking good for the green. Those are going to be clear. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. So you have 20 of the 10 milliliter silicone cups and 5 of the 200 milliliter. Oh, 100 milliliter. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of the 100 milliliter cups. I use them so often. I should get some of the little tiny mixing cups that are silicone. Let's see here. So that's gonna be red and blue. So we're gonna do our had that color in it before. Maybe I'll get those on Amazon or something at some point. Maybe I won't use that one. I'll probably I'm gonna grab a clean one for the commission. Partially because, I had some, oh, they're right here. We'll grab a clean one for the commission. Partially just because it's gonna be clear resin. So like if there's a little bit of color in there, it will show up. Partially because I've been filming all of the commissions I've been doing, and I want it to look nice for video. There we go. This one is orange with some... Oh, I think this might have been one of the ones from that set. Because it's kind of orangish resin. Maybe not. It's orangish resin with red foil flakes in it, looks like. But I think this one will work fine for the sand color. If I can get this resin out. Maybe not. Maybe not. This one looks like it had gold in it before. We'll do that one. Okay, let's see here. We need a mixing cup for the black. Look, a mixing cup for the black. Got that one, got that one, that one, that one. Oh, we needed the mixing cups for the blue and the red. You know, I think I'm gonna get some of the some little silicone mixing cups, just because I think it would cut down on the amount of time it takes me to make things, because those would be a lot easier to clean. A lot easier to clean, which means less time on my part, which means that I can get more done, which is good. I'm still figuring out. I think I've talked about this before. I'm still figuring out what all I can get done now. I got a part-time job recently. I'm still figuring out like how much I can get done in a day. And I have kind of, I think, made the mistake of trying to make as much stuff as I did before I got the part-time job. But I'm slowly, I think, starting to cut back down on that a little bit. Maybe. Maybe not. Somehow I think I'm also doing more now. I also added on the whole YouTube videos thing. I am streaming one less time a week, so you know there's that, but it takes time to edit things. That one is gonna be clear. Let's grab another new mixing cup maybe. Oh, I'll do this one. Never mind, this one's clear. So this is going to be, yeah, my tub down below me is overflowing. I have so much, I have so much resin scrap and it's all overflowing. So this is just our little bit of shimmer for our druid ones. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I can't really show the shimmer on camera. It's so unfortunate. It glitters so prettily in person, and then you try to show it on camera. It's just like block of white, shine, glitter, glitter, no color. Oh, have I shown you guys the new tripod that I got for my little camcorder? Ooh, I've just gotten my fingers covered in glitter. There's that. The other tripod, it was a very cheap little tripod. The other tripod that I had finally, pretty party. Yeah, I turned T's into D's. Is that where you're making fun of how I talk? Is just turning T's into D's? I'm still fascinated by knowing what my accent is. I even watched a whole thing on accents in the US, and I just kind of said, yeah, everyone over on this side of the US talks pretty much the same. I'm just like, but how do we talk? I want to know. What makes how I talk unique? I do think some of it is maybe dropping the ends of words a little bit. So I'll say like something instead of something. Amazing instead of amazing. Especially with INGs. Just get rid of the, it becomes in instead of ing. T's become D's. Pretty instead of pretty. Although that seems, I mean, it seems normal to me. I don't know if pretty. I don't know. I'm continuously fascinated by that. I think some of the sometimes it's fun for me to watch like YouTubers and stuff that are from a similar area that I'm from, just to see like, okay, what do I do the same as them and what do I do that's different from them? Like, what is just the way I talk and what is like a sort of local dialect type thing. I don't know. I always find that interesting. Okay, got that. We need mixing cups for our inner, oops, I broke this mixing cup. Never mind, that one's getting tossed. I'm just gonna grab new ones. I need one for the pink, I need one for the blue, and I need one for gold foil. Oh, and I need one for the interference gold. This one has all sorts of cups. That one needs one for the orange and one for the yellow. Oh man, I'm gonna have to try and guess how much resin to put in each of these mixing cups. This is gonna be fun. Oh no. Oh boy, this is gonna be a nightmare. You want me to estimate? Okay. So I'll do some gold foil. How am I going to do that? I just realized I need to figure out how to keep this one upright. I think probably clay. Probably use some clay. I really need to finish the Minecraft YouTube video. I was in the middle of editing. I haven't finished like filming it. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. It's kind of sad. That's honestly a good idea. Yeah, these are all going in the pressure pot, so I might as well. I also was going to, if I have extra, make some like magnets. I'm also just trying to estimate how much resin's going to go in each of these, so I know how much like these sort of things to put in. But yeah, that's a good plan too. I have all of my, you've seen my molds, right? I have all of my molds right there, so I can just grab them if I need them. This is for disc gold, and I want these to be heavy, so I'm gonna add quite a bit of this, but I don't need a ton of it. Probably end up about 2.5. Okay. But yeah, I had someone point out, so I made a bunch of like phone grips just because I had molds to make phone grips and I had phone grips based things. But I had someone like point out that like I could make magnets. I could literally just make them as magnets. It's just like, oh yeah. So I wanted to pour some more of those. It's like the phone grip sized resin pieces at some point to turn into magnets. I thought that'd be cool. Let's see. Blue. So I'll probably do some of those, but yeah, dice, actually, it might be worth planning to do some dice, because I can use those molds to help prop some of this stuff up, keep things in place. So it might be worth it to plan on doing some dice. Let's see, here's some blue. That's how I usually do these sorts of ones, the tall keychain ones. So I usually end up doing them while I'm also doing like a set of dice. And then I just kind of wedge them between some of the dice molds so that they stay upright, because I know that they're not gonna, if I just try and put it into the pressure pot on its own. Okay, we've got those colors. Alright, this is going to be our yellow and our orange. So we need some iridescent flakes. I feel like I can always use more iridescent flakes than I think I'm going to need. But that seems good to me. Probably means that I need double that, but and then let's do our glow-in-the-dark powders. I try to add all of the dry materials before I pour the resin, and then I end up adding the wet pigments afterwards. Oh, perfect. Just seems easier that way. This way I don't end up with resin all over my dry materials. And I don't end up with dried out wet materials. Okay, let's do that. The problem with the glow-in-the-dark stuff is that it all sinks. So we'll see how this goes. I'll try and get it mixed in really well, but probably try and pour things when it's a little bit thicker. But no, the glow-in-the-dark pigments always seem to sink. Not drop things. Okay, black, that's a wet pigment. Gold, I need so little of this. We're just going to do like a little tiny layer in these. I realize those were hard to see. These 3 bottles, because we're going to put little cactuses in them later. So I just need a little tiny bit of this. The barest hint. Little tiny bit. There's probably plenty. These Pearl X pigments a little bit goes a long way too. So little tiny bit. Alright. Here's our phthalo blue. I really like this color. Like, I don't know what it is about this color. It's maybe like a little bit more purpley or something. I just really like it. We want this to be... Okay, we're only doing one thing, so I don't need a ton of this. I am going to try and do a lot of it's going to be a ratio of a lot of mica to a little bit of resin, just because we want it to be nice and heavy. The mica powder's heavier than the resin, so if you put a whole bunch of mica powder and some resin, it'll make that resin heavier than the other resin, which is how we end up with stuff like this. The drips in there. That's just resin that's been filled with a whole bunch of mica powder. And we're going to do that with our phthalo blue. And so I think here we go. Here's a question. I'm going to do the phthalo blue and like the black. Should I have our interference purple just a little bit like dispersed through the resin? Or should I do it also dripping down through the resin like the black and the dark blue? Because I could go either way. I feel like if I do it dripping down, that'd be kind of nice to have a little bit of contrast in there. But it also will lighten things up, so I don't know if it'll feel as like dark and mysterious. Whereas, you know, if I have just a little bit dispersed throughout, you know, it'll still it'll look mostly that dark blue and purple, or dark blue and black, but then it'll like glint a little bit of the purple. So I'm not sure if I want to do just like a little touch, or if I want to do more. So I'll do that one in a second. Let's do our black first, since I'm not sure on those. I'm just gonna grab a new mixing cup, and I'm just gonna mix some of these two black colors together. One of them is like a very smooth, silky black, and then the other one's very, very glittery. It's aptly called graphite, and it almost is more silvery just because of how much glitter is in there. But let's add some of our darker black first, I think. And it does have a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's very subtle. I don't need very much because, again, don't need very much resin. Okay, I'm thinking about it some more. I think maybe I will do just a hint of the purple, because I think it might be a little bit boring if the resin that this stuff is sinking through is just clear. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Might be a little bit boring. So I think we'll do the black and the blue dripping through some resin that has a little bit of purple in it. And for a little bit of purple, we're just going to dip that and dust it off in there. A little bit more. There we go. And that will just add a little bit of shimmer to the resin. Okay, let's see, the last, I think I have all of my pigments lined up. The only thing I have left to do here is adding a little bit of shimmer for the blanks. I was saying before, I don't know if you guys saw my new tripod. I got a new tripod and it's so much sturdier than the old one. Thank goodness. And it's kind of fun because you can bend the legs. I do worry that that's going to cause problems at some point, but it's kind of nice. It's another nice cheap one because I know that it's going to get covered in resin. But the reason I pulled this out is, like I was saying before, I've been recording all of the commissions that I'm working on and then making short little videos of the process. Ow, my elbow. I hit my elbow this morning and it's still sore. I've been doing short little videos showing the process of all the commissions. And so I want to get just a little bit of footage of adding the shimmery pigment to the cup here to go with the D6s. It's not like an exciting part, but it is footage of something that is part of it. What camera am I using? It's not a great one. I don't even know what it is. It's Sony Handycam. I'll be honest, I'm using it because I had it and I wasn't as worried about getting resin all over it as I am with my nice camera. That's really why I use this one. I have a camera that's a lot nicer, but I don't want to get resin on it because it's a lot nicer. This one, it has resin on it because I move it around while I'm working on things. I need to figure out, I think, a better way to move the camera around and things if I wanted to use my nicer camera. I just don't want it to get messy. I don't want it to get gross. I worry about it. Okay, let me see. How is this looking? Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. Although I do have... I can't focus up close. This one's actually pretty okay for focusing up close. Yeah, this one focuses up close really well. I can hold this right here and it's focused on the inside of the container. So that is a nice thing about it. Could you, oh, I'm just doing a little tiny bit of shimmer. Little tiny bit of shimmer. That should be plenty. That was literally all I wanted to film of that, and then we will film mixing it up and pouring the resin into the blank molds. As long as I don't forget, that's always a possibility. Make a silicone sock using mats to wrap around the camera to avoid getting resin on it. It might be difficult. It might be difficult to use then. I don't know. Making some sort of like silicone wrap though is not a terrible idea. Okay. Cool. I think I've got all of my pigments figured out, which means it's time to actually pour some resin. Let me have another sip of my Earl Grey tea, which is very weak. I might have to make more after this that is stronger. I'll be honest, the setup actually didn't take as long as I was expecting it to. I was like, oh, this could take a while. Just because there's a lot of different little things to put out. All right, let me grab some safety equipment. Oh, I might, maybe I'll film like measuring and mixing the resin too. That might be good. I have a video that I'm in the process of uploading at the moment. It'll be actually on YouTube in like a couple of weeks. I want to try and get it on Patreon today. I wanted to get it on Patreon on Thursday, and then I was just so busy with the shop update and everything that I didn't finish editing it until late last night. Okay, so I am going to be a little bit muffled the rest of the stream. Oh, actually, wait, one more thing before we do this, actually. I need a clean mixing cup. Let's clean out a mixing cup. I haven't done that yet. I always forget that. I think I might grab a new stir stick, too. Before I forget. My chair got caught on the floor. Alright, so for cleaning up my mixing cup, I'll grab some tape. You get to hear my sonorous voice for a moment more while I clean out the silicone mixing cup. What have you guys got going on today? Doing anything fun? I need to do laundry. That's my fun plan for right after this. It's doing laundry. I have people coming over for dinner, so that'll be nice. My normal small group of friends that comes over. Or we go over to their place on Saturday nights. So that'll be fun. I have an idea for, so it's the whole kind of, I guess, tradition thing is that we have dinner and play board games. It's just an excuse to hang out, quite honestly. But, you know, it's an excuse. Oh yeah, printing the head of the lizard. How long do you think it'll take to print that? But I have an idea for a board game that I really should try and make. I'd need to... I might try and whip up a prototype for it. See how it goes. That could be fun. I don't know that I wonder if I could whip up a prototype before, probably couldn't whip it up before people get here tonight, but maybe I'll work on that. That could be fun. Do laundry, make sure that the dining room table's cleared off so that we can actually sit there. Body was 7 hours, head will be 2.5 hours. Ooh. Such is the life of 3D printing. Okay, this is getting pretty covered in random droplets. Kickstart? Kickstart for the board game? I think I need to drop a prototype. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop like a little prototype for the game and try it out on my friends and see what they think, because it could not work. It might not work. I don't know. I need to figure out the mechanics. I have the mechanics mostly figured out, I think, but I might need to tweak some of like the scoring and stuff for it. I'm still trying to figure that out. It'd be kind of like a game of I don't know if I should I don't think anyone here's gonna steal my idea, but it's like, do I start talking about the plans or the thoughts behind it, or do I just keep it a secret in case it never happens? Which it probably won't. That's how most of my projects go. Although I actually have like a plan for this one. I have a thought of like how it would work. And that's usually where I get caught up, is just like, this would be fun. I have no idea how I'd make this happen. But this one I'm like, I could design this. I have kind of the design already. Okay, I think we've got most of the... Here's a question. If I was to design a board game, would that be an interesting YouTube video? And I say that because obviously my YouTube channel is resin stuff. Would that, do you think, make sense with what is on my YouTube channel? Like the process of making a board game. It kind of makes sense to me because I feel like, you know, there's some overlap between like board game and tabletop type players. Okay, I think this is pretty good. This is looking good. Let me just run this around here. Or is that too... You think so? Or that... I'm just wondering, I'm like, is this too far out of what I'm... I guess, to be fair, I'm just starting out making YouTube videos, and quite honestly, I should just make whatever I want to make. I am trying to kind of think about having a through line with things, because it wouldn't make sense for people to here, just let me toss this. I feel like the artist who made this lizard is an animator for Disney. That's cool. That's super cool. Okay, like I was saying before, I'm going to be a little bit muffled the rest of the stream. Now I'm actually going to be muffled. Ooh, I think I need to get new filters for this thing. Ow, my elbow. Oh, is it bruised? Is my elbow bruised? I think it might be bruised. Like I said, I hit my elbow really hard this morning. My cat took over like half of my bed, and so I was scooched over to like the edge, and I went to go like grab my phone from my bedside table and just whacked the corner of the bedside table with my elbow. Fun times, fun times. Okay. All right, let's get some resin. Like I said, I might try and film. Also, let me know if this camera ever gets in the way. The priority here is that you guys can see what I'm doing. I might tilt this up a little bit. I think if it's not too much on specific rules and more on the process of developing a board game, it would fit. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It wouldn't be like how to play the game. It'd be more like, here's how I design things. That's kind of what I was thinking. I had someone at one point say, it'd be cool to make a video about like designing like a one-page tabletop RPG. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know how to do that. It would be cool. Have no idea how to do that. Okay. I think, make sure this is lined up. Just tilt that up a little bit. Okay. All right. I'm going to grab some resin. I'm going to be a little bit quiet here for a moment, just because I can't think and pour, like talk and pour at the same time, unless we want to mess. So I will be right back. Oh no, I got the resin on the lid. It is not what I wanted. Let's see, if you kept it on the design aspect, it would do good. I'm going to also focus on resin, but I'll toss in sewing and other crafts as well, as it's all tied together, creating fun stuff. Yeah, I figured I could do like some polymer clay type stuff too, because I do polymer clay things to put in resin all the time. So I don't know, I'm still. Just a second, I'll talk about this more in just a second. Let me add part 2. Alright, here, I'm going to show you what I mean by moving the camera around all the time, because I'm going to alright. So, yeah, so something I'm still trying to figure out, and I was trying to figure out before, was what the focus of my YouTube channel is going to be. And you know, some of what I'm doing now is just making stuff because it's fun, and I mean, I want to continue to just make stuff because it's fun. But I'm also trying to figure out the direction that I want to go. And I think, you know, resin is obviously a direction to go, because I can just film things that I'm already making anyways, and then make videos out of it. But like one of the things that I considered was, do I want to go more of an education route or an entertainment route? Because at the moment I'm kind of doing both a little bit, but I feel like maybe it's focused a little bit more on the education. And honestly, the reason for that is, am I trying to, if I'm doing educational videos, that's not, the demographic there is people who want to make dice. And do I want to make videos for people who want to make dice or people who want to buy dice? Welcome to business time with Liz. So like, what sort of demographic am I going for? Is it someone who wants to, have you ever tried using pumps for your resin bottles? Recently got some for your jugs and they work really nice, pushing about 5 milliliters. Oh, that might be nice. That seems that seems like a good idea. Do you use like the same size like jugs that I do? Do you know if like the pumps that you're using would also work for the jugs that I have? Because if so, I'd love to get a link from you. And that would probably also be good because then I wouldn't just have boxes with jugs of resin in them on the floor. Put them on the desk. I really need to clean in here at some point. That's one of the things that's kind of fallen to the wayside with the whole part-time job, is just figuring out times to like actually organize things and clean things. It's like, sure, I can you know, put in time in my calendar to pour molds, but I need to actually put time in my calendar at some point to like organize the craft room. Oh, okay. I'm thinking more of the diameter of the lid. So like I can cut the stems on them. I'm wondering whether the pumps that you got would fit on the as lids on the bottles. Still some streaks in here. Alright, turn this off for a moment. Do some more mix in here. But what I was going to say though, I think that the kind of tutorial videos that I've been doing have been doing better than, yeah, to be fair, if you want to send me a link, I can check too, that might be easier. But I'd love a link if you have one. I will try to remember. I'll try to remember. And the tutorial videos are like fun to make and stuff. The easiest videos for me to make are the speed pour videos where I'm just setting some video footage to music. Those are fun for me to make. I've been having a lot of fun with those. Actually, like, you know, having things line up with the music and stuff. I think that's really fun. And then something like the video that the tutorials, and then like stuff like the video that I'm trying to get uploaded today. It won't be on YouTube today, it'll be on Patreon today, but it'll take a lot more work. But they're also fun to make. And the goal of that one is entertainment, not education. I don't know, we'll see. I'm still figuring things out. I'm still new to this. I'm not like fantastic at editing or filming or making videos in general. But I am having fun, which is, I think, the important part. I would like to get monetized at some point, though. That'd be cool. I'm almost to 100 subscribers on YouTube. It's so exciting. How long have I been doing this? I guess I've been making videos for a couple months now, 2 or 3 months, which is longer than it seems like. It seems like I just started this. Syrup pumps. Oh, that's smart. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. I can do some Googling. I can do some Googling for some syrup pumps. That makes sense. What's this doing? Yeah. So, you mentioned that you're going to do mostly you're mostly resin stuff with some sewing and stuff. So are you, did you already mention that? Because I know that you've made some videos, but they've been mostly, like, unlisted, haven't they? Or did you say that? Yeah, going to be focused on resin. Okay. Oh, awesome! I mean, that's actually awesome to know that, like, it's actually, my videos are getting shown to people too. But also welcome. Glad that you can be here for, let's see, Ven Girls? Ven Girls. I can't talk. Let's see, Maggie, okay. In order of things that I was thinking about. Ty, you were talking about making videos. I know that you've made some videos in the past, but they've been unlisted mainly to try and get over your stage fright. Fair. I was gonna say though, like, you should totally make videos though. I want more people to come make videos with me so that I'm not alone. And then also I could do collabs with people, and that'd be cool. And then let's see, Maggie, if you need a test group for your board game, who isn't your own friends, I have a friend group who plays board games every week. Yes, I will definitely hit you up. I'll probably try it with my friend group first and try and get most of the kinks worked out that that we can think of. And then I'll probably reach out on like I'll shoot you a message. I'll probably reach out on like the Discord and see if anybody else wants to take a look and try it out. That'll probably be the first place that I start talking to people for feedback, is probably the Discord. And then let's see, found via YouTube tutorial video. Yeah, that's awesome. Like I said, I've just kind of started out, so it's kind of fun that people are actually finding my videos. I was gonna say, I thought I
it's probably like a Dark Souls or video game character. I'm like, I don't want to say that and then be wrong. It sounds like a Dark Souls character. I just can't pronounce it. I'm tempting you with collab funsies. Yes, come to the dark side. Come make videos. Okay, I'm just going to scrape the sides and the bottom one last time, but it looks like this is all mixed. I can start. I'm not seeing any streaks. I think we can start pouring this off into our little cups. Oh, here, I should probably film it being all done. Alright, that was literally all I wanted to film. Okay. We'll film pouring stuff into that cup too, but let's see here. Actually, I might want to start with that, because I know roughly how much resin I need. So let's actually start with our D6 thing here. So let's see. Let's see. Probably about 20 milliliters would be my guess. I'm guessing about 20. Which is nice on these cups because they tell me how much that is. And I kind of want this shot where it zooms in even more. Just a little bit. Cool. Ugh. Yeah, there's someone else in the Discord too that was also talking about making videos. I'm like, yes, please, someone can make videos with me, so I don't feel so awkward about it. I feel so weird, like making videos, quite honestly. It's just like, I don't know. I feel so like cringe, which is so funny. I love watching YouTube, but it's just like I feel like I'm not allowed to make YouTube videos myself for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's the same reason that like working as an artist, I'm like, I don't have a real job. I got this tripod. I got this new tripod. And it's so much sturdier than the other one. Alright, let's see. This one just needs a little bit of clear, so let me add a little bit of clear to this D20 that I'm trying to fix. This has a little spot in the corner that didn't get filled in all the way. I'm trying to make sure that's filled in. Put that off to the side. And we'll worry about it later. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, there's a couple things that I could do now because I take clear. Okay, let's do our little mushrooms, I think. I'm going to try and add a little bit of resin to our mushroom earrings. Get the cat hair off of the mushroom earrings. This is going to be fun to do without making a mess. That's always the hard part, is doing this without making a mess. Okay. Excellent! I got one of them. Have I talked to Scribe about making... Oh! I got distracted! Just a moment. That did not land in the bottle at all. Oh no! Do you mean like collabing on a video, or does Scribe have experience making videos? I'm not sure which one you mean. Okay, got our little mushroom. Okay, let me actually look at what I'm doing this time. And land it in the bottle. I see that something has popped up, but I need to look at the bottle. Okay. Either. Wait, has Scryer made videos? Because, like, Scryer and I have talked about streaming stuff before. Although, I don't know that Scryer's done much streaming recently. But I wasn't aware that Scryer made videos. Like, edited stuff. Alright. I'm just doing this, like, one drop at a time. Let's see, about fixing dice. You did a dirty pour and the D20 broke halfway through the middle. Oof. Oh, how do you think this can be fixed? It just like split down the middle? I've never seen that happen before. Just like, set these over here, off to the side. I think there's enough resin in there. Cool. Let's see here. This one just needs a little bit. This is going to be the green. Oh, okay, okay. Well, maybe I should add a little bit of the shimmer to the green, too. Okay, that's probably enough resin there. That's not going to take very much, I don't think. Take a little bit extra. This is going to be our poison. Halfway through the middle. I'll be honest, if it broke like that, it's possible that the resin wasn't cured completely, and it won't cure completely. That would be my concern there. It's still together, but there's a huge crack halfway through the die. Yeah, I've never had that happen before. That's very interesting. I don't know. I've never had that happen before. But also, I'm terrible at Petries, so maybe it's a Petri thing that I'm not aware of. I just don't do them. My thought would be that it's a problem with like the like either too much of part A or part B or something of the resin, but I don't know. That's I need about 2.5. Okay. I probably should have added a little bit of the shimmery white to the red and the blue too. I think I'm going to add a little bit of shimmery white to a couple things. It happened 5 or 6 days after demolding. Yeah, I've never heard of that happening. Has anybody else, Ty, have you heard of that happening? And I'll add a little bit of this in here. How strange. Actually, here, we'll just take these off over here. So this is our clear with a bit of shimmer. I'm definitely going to need more than 2.5 because I know, so probably about 5 maybe? Or 7.5. We'll make about 7.5 here, I think. Actually, I'll make a little bit more than 7.5 because I've got a bigger piece here. I'm going to go up all the way up to 10. All the way up to 10 milliliters. There we go. And that's our clear with a little bit of shimmer for the plants. Let's see what else we got here. Alright. These are for the clear. I need just a little bit of resin to mix with the mica powders. I need more of the gold, I've realized, than the other two colors. And then I need one with the gold. So the reason that I am dividing up the resin now as opposed to doing it like die by die is that I made that mistake once. If I leave all of the resin in this cup, it gets warm and then starts curing a lot quicker. And so then I don't have as much time to work. Still puzzling over the die cracking in half. The only time that I've had a die crack is when I had a die that had a rose in it, and the rose intersected the side of the die a little bit, and then I got the die wet, and so the rose expanded. I have heard of people's dice cracking with like liquid cores, where they're just a water interior, and then it got super cold. But just randomly cracking on its own, I have not heard of that happening. My suggestion, honestly, in that case would be to repour it. Just make the die again. Sometimes you end up with not all of the dice turning out. I have a bunch of just a bunch of just miscellaneous dice that I use for doing like raw mystery sets and stuff like that, which are a lot of fun. But some of them are just sets where 3 of the dice just didn't turn out. This is a die that I'm like, I think I might be able to save it. We'll find out. So I'm just being hopeful here. I think I want about 7.5 of this one at least. Yeah, wow, that's so weird. It was like under pressure. I have no idea. That's so strange. There's black. Ah. I don't need very much of this at all. Yeah, if you really like the design, I'd suggest just making it again. Quite honestly, like, I don't know that there's much saving that. But no, I have a bunch of, it could be ink created too much of a layer that resin didn't mix well. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what Vengarls was saying. Yeah, could be the pigment. But I'm just saying, I don't know that there's a good way to fix it, because I feel like if the had oil mixed in, some might just do. Oh, if they're set up for soap making, that would also kind of make sense. More of this one, I think. What happens if you add an oil to a dye? That was something that someone asked at one point, was like, what would happen if you put like essential oils in your resin? I'm like, I don't know. That's an experiment I might have to try. But I have absolutely no idea what would happen. Alright, I've got a bunch of resin left over. So let's divvy some of this up into. Actually, I need some of this. So let me do this one. This is going to have some clear in it. So let me mix up the blue that we're going to put in the bottom. I can use a little bit more resin. That's true. Could put it back in the mold. Okay, oil will prevent it from not curing. Okay, I wasn't sure, because I know like water will prevent things from not curing, but I had no idea with oil-based things. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so just kind of a subtle blue, which is fine. So did you try that at one point, putting some sort of oil in resin? Or is this just something you read about somewhere? Alright, let's put our feather in. Feather, and then we're going to be clear. Yeah, before I go divvying up all this clear resin to everything else, we'll actually use it as clear resin for this at least. Is there anything else that I need clear resin in? I don't think so. there's that all ready to go. Let me set it over here with my other things that are all ready to go. Let's see. It's pretty much like mixing oil and water. You can't mix it, but it will separate in time and make a mess. And yes, I tried. Ooh, that'll be fun. So when did you start making dice, Van Girl? Yeah, that might be an idea. Thanks for the ideas, Ty. Okay. I'm just divvying this up a little bit more. I'd rather have a little bit extra of everything. Oh, I haven't added any to these. This is what I'm missing. I gotta add it to my yellow and my orange. Okay. Let's do at least 5 of each, probably. For 10 total. Probably don't even need that much. Probably do... Yeah, we'll do about 5 each. Might as well. Alright. Cool. There's those. Now 3 or 4 months ago, but the moment you don't have fair, valid. I totally get that. Totally get that. Like I was saying before, I'm still trying to figure out when how much I can make. How many items I can make, now that I have the part-time job. Things have been busy with the whole, I started making YouTube videos around the same time that I started the part-time job, so that obviously takes time as well. And then also I'm doing a monthly, artist walk thing. That's been fun. That's been a lot of fun, but it does mean this. I have plenty there, but a little extra resin. What am I missing? But so I've been working on getting things planned for that. So I've been trying to make some more stuff that's not just dice. I have a couple of trays that I need to finish. I was debating working on those today, but decided I didn't want to have to deal with those plus all of this stuff. I've still got a little bit of leftover clear resin. I will hold on to that, I think, for now. It's not very much, so it's not going to overheat. But this way, we can, if I need a little bit more somewhere, we have it. Let me, I think, pour the D6s first. Just get that done and out of the way, and I can get the camera out of here. These are just some blanks, so they're literally just some cubes. We're just doing some clear cubes. So what I was saying before, I'm filming because that's one of the things I decided would be fun. Was for all commissions making a little just process video set to music of making the dice. Oh, you know what I need to do, actually? I need to actually stir this up so there's that shimmer in there. That might be good. Might be good to have that shimmer in there. Let me just get that clear. I mean, I am making an extra one, to be fair, so it's not a huge deal that I just poured all that in there without actually getting the shimmer, but we're just going to pour that back out. Pay no attention. Okay. Just going to get that little bit of shimmer. Yeah, just a faint. Okay. Oh good, yeah, I can see that little bit of glitter. I think that's going to be good. It's not noticeable that it's there, it just kind of adds a little bit of that sparkly, it's so crystal clear that it sparkles sort of energy, sort of vibe. Is that in your guys' way? No, you can still see. Good. This is what I mean though about moving this thing around so much. Oops. We'll do our last two. Now, yeah, maybe I am a little bit blocked now, but oh good, I think I'll have the right amount of resin. I might actually have a little bit of extra resin. Oh no, I've added too much resin. Like I kind of overfilled one of these. I'll take some off and put it on the lids. Oh, hey, the complimentary cat hair, I found it. Let me get that out of there. If you are new, there's a running joke that all of my dice come with complimentary cat hair. There's cat hair everywhere in this house. I have 4 cats, and which means that I just have random cat hair everywhere. Okay, cool. You call that good. I might film putting the lids on, but if I don't, I'm not too worried about it. Let me just get these all ready to go and out of the way. You also have different projects that take some of your time. You're trying to make your own box for dice or tabletop stuff in general, your own DM screen. I'm maybe distracted easily. Decorative cat hair. Oh, I totally get that. I have gotten better, I think, over the years at going, no, I can't start that project. I need to have time. I need to focus on resin stuff. Since I started making resin stuff, at least, I've gotten better at going, I need to focus on the resin stuff. No, the cat hair's back. Go away. Or did it never disappear in the first place? Okay. There we go. Good. I'm going to set these off to the side on my little tray here. Let the air bubbles rise to the surface. Give them a minute for that. Okay. And we've got quite a bit of this resin left over, which is a-okay. Now let's do, I think, the problem is that I'm like a little bit sticky. And I'm just going to get the outsides of these bottles sticky. And I don't want to get the outsides of these bottles sticky because then it's not going to look very good. Alright, I will grab these bottles with these. Ah! Oh no, I've dropped it. I've fallen. And I can't get up. Okay. These are the ones for the cacti. There we go. At some point. So I'm just going to do a little bit of like a gold base to it. I might need more gold. I think I added a little bit too much resin. This is very, very not opaque. Just a moment here. I ended up adding more resin here than I was planning on, so I have quite enough mica powder. That's that. Let's see how that looks. Maybe it's a good thing that we never finished making, that I moved off of Twitch. We never finished making the emotes, which means I don't have an emote that says cat hair hype. Like y'all keep insisting. I still don't know how emotes work on YouTube. That could be a little bit more opaque still. It's still quite see-through. That should be plenty. That should be plenty of the mica. I just added a whole bunch. Oh, I am sad that, like, since I moved, you know, I don't have the, we're not doing the cat emote. Ty, did I ever pay you for the respirator emote? I don't think I did. You need to get me an invoice or something. Ty. Alright, that's looking better. That's looking better. Quite a bit more opaque. Alright, how am I gonna do this? I think with the small ones I might be able to do like a drop. You're totally gonna make one with cat hair sticking out of a resin cup that had the text cat hair hype. Wow. Somehow this does not surprise me. I need one for that just says that it's tea, not whiskey, too. Of course, I only have that problem when Omar's here. Yeah, also for folks that don't know, I used to stream on Twitch. And then I moved over to YouTube. When I decided that I was going to make edited stuff. And I think I like it. I think YouTube is working better for me, quite honestly, than Twitch did. Like, I don't know. It's different in some regards and same in the other, but I like how I can schedule things. I can set up, like, the video title and everything, like, beforehand. I don't have to try and do it while I'm starting live streaming. I don't know. I like being able to schedule things. It's kind of nice being able to make make thumbnails. I don't know. It's kind of fun. That's something I need to get better at, is making thumbnails. I think I'm just kind of been doing like pictures with maybe some text on it. How high do I want to go with the sand? I probably don't need to go very high with the sand, right? Yeah, I think I'll just leave that. Oh, does this look exactly like schnapps? I thought you were saying schnapps, which is an alcohol. Lab glasses for small amounts of chemicals. Wait, which glass? Which glass? Because I mean, my mug is an Erlenmeyer flask. Or these little ones. Alright, we got some extra of this as well. YouTube works better for this kind of content. To be fair, Twitch is designed for streaming. There's definitely a focus on like video games. Although there's a focus actually on YouTube with streaming for video games too, which fair. That makes sense to me. But yeah, I feel like the art stuff kind of makes sense over here. All right, resin. Oh, the ones I'm pouring in. Yeah, they're like little tiny vials. All right, let's see here. I think I'll just use this stir stick. So this was going to be our like love potion type one. I've got rose petals and gold flakes. I'm debating if I want to should I do a little bit of a pink tone to the resin, or should I leave it with just the rose petals and the gold flakes? That's what I'm. Ooh, I need more clay. What do you guys think? Oh, so the fun thing that's been happening with me recently is that I did a local commercial, and so like I've been getting a lot of folks recently, like the little old ladies at church type people that have just been like, "Were you in a commercial?" I'm like, "Yes, I was in a commercial." I'm getting the bottle all dirty. Okay, we'll try like a little tiny hint of pink, I think. But not too much. I'm just going to try and tone it a little bit that direction. That's honestly not too. It's like very, very faint. So I think I'm going to need to try and add some of these rose petals individually. This bottle's going to be a mess probably. one, yeah, this one I might have to keep coming back to, letting the resin kind of flow in there, and then come back to it again in a minute. Yeah, this one might end up a mess just because of the bottle shape and stuff, and the fact that I have to keep grabbing it, partially because of the bottle shape. So we'll set that up to the side for now, and let some air bubbles rise to the surface. All right. Next bottle. Oh, I need to stick this one in some clay too, I think, or rubber band it to some other things. We'll stick it in some clay. This one's going to be a little poison vial. I'll try and clean the outsides of the vials once we're done. So, little bits of green. There we go. It looked very dark for a second there. Let's see, the full German name is Schnappdeckelglasser. Roughly translates to snap-lid vials. Oh, that makes sense. I feel like, so I don't know German. I took a little bit of French. Do not know German. But, I feel like that's the fun thing about French, is just like, all of the compound words. It's just like, oh, you don't have a word? Make a word. Like, all of the words, like, make sense, too, because it's a bit like, I don't know, I find it fun in, like, English, too, taking, like, Greek and Latin roots and breaking down words. It's kind of like a puzzle almost. It's just like, okay, I know that this root means this, which means that this entire word must mean this. That's cool though, but But now I'm assuming that the word schnapps must come, like the alcohol schnapps, must come from like a similar kind of root. I don't know. Something fun with so I don't know a lot of French. I took it back in like high school, so it's been, 10 years. Oh gosh. But something kind of funny, like I remember a little bit of it. You also love compound words. Is that, like, if someone starts talking to me in Spanish, since both Spanish and French are like romantic languages, there's some overlap. I don't really understand much Spanish. I can read a little bit of it because I know a little bit of French. But if someone starts talking to me in Spanish, if they say like "Cómo está," like, how are you or whatever, I'll respond in French. As far as oh, that's fine. I don't know. It could just be one of those words, I guess, where it sounds similar and it's just like, look it up real quick. Oh, awesome. It sounds real similar, but like it comes from two completely different places. You know what I mean? Like, some words that are like that. You think they're related, and then you're like, okay, so this one came from German, and this one came from, like, I don't know, Greek or whatever. It's like, how did that happen? They sound so similar, and they mean such similar things. Ugh. Trying to avoid making a giant mess. I am making a mess, but I'm trying to avoid making a giant mess. The mouth of this bottle is so small. It's hard to get a drop in there because the drop ends up being like the same width as the bottle. And then there's a hole. I have to wait for air bubbles to rise. So I gotta do this just a little tiny bit at a time so that it actually flows. Okay, Let's try another rose petal, maybe. Let's try another rose petal, maybe. Maybe if I can get it off the stir stick. Go in, go in. Get off the stir stick. Okay. It's gonna probably end up a little bit messy here. I think that'll be okay. It's not gonna be like super noticeable or anything, because it will flow down. But all right. Let's see. Let's mix up our red and our blue. These are gonna have a similar problem, I found, where they end up kind of a little bit messy, just because the resin likes to stick to this side. Let's see how these look. We're going for a health potion and a mana potion. I think this blue is probably dark enough. Yeah, that's good. I added a little bit of shimmer there. That seems nice. Nice dark blue. Let's see how the red looks. Oh, I think the red might be okay as well. I think that's good. All right. I'm going to start actually with the earrings just because I think that's fun and I want to get some more earrings made. So I'm just going to do like, try and get like a drop of, I think the red darker. I think the red should be just a little tiny bit darker. I'm going to add one more drop. It looks good like this, but it's going to be, you know, thinner because we're going to have like a little bit less in all of our containers. So I think I want it just a little bit darker. Yeah, that's better. That's better. It looks very similar, but I think it'll be just that little bit darker. Let's see if I can do... drops in here. Excuse me while I go quiet here while I'm focusing on dripping resin in the right place. I think I only want to go up a little bit. I think that'll look more like there's, you know, like a liquid in it if I don't go up all the way. I'll do one more drip just because I know that some of this is going to get, it's going to go down a little bit just because the air. Maybe like 2/3. Maybe like 2/3 of the way is probably going to look the best. So we'll do one more drip and I think that'll be good. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good there. And then we'll do our blue. Same thing, but with blue. I should be thinking, oh, actually, you know, before I get to this, actually, I need to do the cleric and the dark one first. So, because I want the resin to sink in these, I was just thinking about it, and I'm like, I should really be making sure I'm doing these in an order that makes sense. So, let's do our cleric stuff real quick. So, you know, we're adding the mica powder, the resin that's heavy with mica powder into these, and I want them to have time to actually start dripping through the other resin. And so if I do this when the resin's really, really thick, that's not going to happen. If it's correct what I found, Schnaps, the alcohol comes from an old German word for a little portion or mouthful, and Schnappen, so snap, comes from the sound of an animal that snaps its maw. Oh, so maybe they do kind of both have to do with like the mouth. They do both kind of have to do with the mouth. So that kind of makes sense, but they're still kind of definitely different too. So okay, let's do our cleric ones. cool, I think. I'm kind of testing that there's enough mica in here by scraping this along the bottom, and if some of the like pigment stays stuck, it means that it didn't, there's so much pigment that it's hard for it to all be in the resin. And it's a good sign that there's enough pigment there that it's going to be heavier. Alright, so let's do some of these. So I've got that, I've got this, I've got a whole bunch of these, I've got a bunch of things. And I've got a pair of earrings there too. Alright, let's do our tallest one first because it's going to be the hardest, I think, for the stuff to sink down in that. So we're starting with some gold. Some clear resin with some gold foil in it. Cat hair! I see cat hair! Whoop whoop, cat hair alert! Get out. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should have made some more of this resin with the clear and the gold foil. I probably could have used more. No, no cat hair hype! No cat hair hype! No, not allowed. Add a little bit more clear to this. No! Why do I exist only to suffer? Oopsies. So I'm going to fill this up almost all the way to the top. Not all the way to the top, but almost all the way to the top. Give that a second. I'm going to do the same with these as well. I probably could use like a pipette. That might work for some of the stuff, but with like the rose petals. No! Everyone's working against me. With like the rose petals, that's not going to work with the pipette. So I don't know. Some of this stuff might be easier to, like, might be able to make it like a little bit cleaner with the pipette, but I don't know. Also, you end up with like a little bit of resin on the outside of the pipette, so if I was trying to like stick that into the opening in the bottle, is that on the outside? Darn it! As long as it's on the inside, I don't care. You guys gotta stop telling people that there's free cat hair with every order. I'm a professional, darn it! I'm a professional, I swear. I think the cat hair dice that I made were, I think those were Koshi's hair. If I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. I could be wrong. Ugh. But yes, I do have a set of dice that are just filled with cat hair. I haven't sanded or polished them. Maybe I should do that at some point. But I blame chat for that one. That one's on chat. They asked for it. They asked for dice with cat hair in them. So I just did what chat asked for. They are a little bit cursed. Just a little bit. Okay, I think that's probably good because we're going to add some of the other stuff and it's going to sink down. Woo! Oh, I'll give that a second. I bet if you make sets of them and put them on your shop, they'll sell. Oh, probably. People love, like, gimmicks. Like, people love weird things like that. But also, like... yeah... I probably could make and sell cat hair dice. But do I want to? That's the real question. You know, so I've been thinking about making more Minecraft dice because I made a bunch of Minecraft dice and they sold really well, which is unsurprising to me. And I'm a-okay with being known as like that Minecraft dice maker person. Do I want to be known as that cat hair dice maker person? I don't know. I guess that's kind of my brand already, though. Oh boy. I do want to make more Minecraft dice at some point. I think I do. I like Minecraft. Other people like Minecraft. Like, I thought they were fun. They were just a lot of work. But also need to figure out like when I have time to do that. Because if I'm doing like other monthly themes, I don't know how much time I've got for the Minecraft ones. I guess if I just do a couple of like a few sets of to match the theme for the month, I could do that. To be fair, like I could do it where I only make end up making like 3 or 4 sets to match whatever the monthly theme is, and then other stuff, I just make for whatever I want to make. To be fair, the themes, I did decide to do the themes. I think doing themes is fun. I say whatever I want to make, but like I do want to do things that are themed. I think that's exciting. But I have the video that I am trying to get. I'm going to try and get on Patreon today. I made a set of dice for those. Actually, I made a few sets of dice for those that aren't based on the theme for the month. And so I'm like, okay, when do I want to actually like sand these and get them in the shop? Because I feel like because there's a video of them, it might be fun to have them in the shop. Like people might be interested in them. But do I focus on getting all of the themed stuff done first? So that's where I'm at. I don't know. So I'm bad at making decisions. I'm bad at making decisions. I hem and haw about things forever before actually deciding. Okay. Well, while that's draining, I definitely need some more resin to go in there. I think just a little tiny bit. So we'll just add a little tiny bit there. Do you have any pets, Ven Girl? If so, your task, should you choose to accept it, is to make pet hair dice so that I don't have to. Not really, not really. Maybe that'll be a thing at some point. So I have a thing on my Patreon that I have a thing on my Patreon where if I get to 20 patrons, I'm gonna do like a competition each month for a full set of dice. Just between all patrons. I was thinking maybe I could do different competitions each month, but I was thinking one of them could be. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But I was thinking that one of the competitions could be like, you know, coming up with like a theme or coming up with an idea for a set of dice, and then I'd have everybody else vote on it. You know, pick my 5 favorites or whatever, and then have everybody vote. So I feel like one of those could be. I feel like one of those might end up, if I ever get to 20 patrons, being just like, one of the ideas is just make dice based on all of, you know, with the hair of all of your different cats, and then everyone would vote on it, probably, judging by people that I know. I need more. I'm going to take some of the resin out of here, actually, because I need more of the gold. And I need some of the other color there, too. A little bit too much resin. Alright. I have to do a bit of pink in here. Yeah, I did a little bit too much. Can I be a patron in spirit? Don't think that's how it works, Ty. Don't think that's how it works. Sure, you can be a patron in spirit, but also you get to reap all of the benefits in spirit too. One in blue. A drop of blue, and I'll do one with a drop of pink. So I spent a lot of time. I almost didn't make a Patreon, and I still don't like, I think, my tiers. I wish I had more stuff on the tiers. But part of that is just because figuring out how to balance things was a pain. Still is. Let's start that off. But part of the reason that I don't have a ton of things, yeah, seems fair. Part of the reason that I don't have a ton of things on Patreon, and why I was hesitant to start one, is because a lot of the stuff that like Patreon suggests, like live streams or, you know, things like that, I'm like, I already do this for free. I'm not going to change it so that people have to pay for it all of a sudden. That just seems like an annoying thing that I could do. Hopefully some of that sinks. So I almost didn't make a Patreon, but where am I going? For a second, I'm distracted by what I'm working on, and then also I can't remember what I was going to say about that. I don't remember what I was going to say about Patreon. Oh, to be fair, I am always looking for new ideas for it too, because like I said, I'd like to get more on there, so it's actually desirable. But I just don't know what I could do that I'm not like already doing elsewhere that people would want, and that is easy enough for me to do it consistently. So like, you know, I can do like behind the scenes posts. I can post videos there early. Those are both things that I can do without a ton of effort on my side. But what else could I do? I just want things that I'm going to be consistent with and actually get done. I hope I didn't wait too long and this stuff actually sinks. I'm worried that I waited a little bit too long and the stuff's not going to sink very well. I guess we'll find out. Alright, let's do the other set of the drippy mica. Clear with, yeah, because it's getting a little bit thicker, I can tell. Which means that we're nearing the end of our work time, which is not Great. I need to do the plants too. Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. So we'll fill this up to probably about halfway. So I'm realizing that once I add the other stuff, it gets, taller, which is how displacement works and filling things. But I could also just like add some of them in the middle, so it's not just dripping. It's I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I really need to sand things. That's where I'm behind at the moment, is in sanding, because that's something that has ended up a little bit by the wayside. Because like I was saying, I'm figuring out what all I can get done in the day. But sanding is one of those things where it's just like, I don't really want to do that. I'm tired after getting home from work. I don't want to go work on that for however many hours. And so I end up working on something else. I'm like, okay, I need to get this done. And like, this previous week, I was trying to get everything ready for the shop update, because I added new stuff to the shop on Friday. You send a link to the pumps you're using. If they don't fit your bottles... Okay, cool, thank you. Yeah, I'll take a look. Even if they're not the exact ones that'll work, I think it'll still be helpful just to get an idea of what you're using. Sparkly black resin. Okay. So, thanks. Let's see here. And we'll do some sanding is a nightmare. I don't really mind sanding too much, because I can just sit there and sand while I'm watching YouTube or whatever. Like, I can kind of chill out. And it's very repetitive, which, like, I don't have to try and think about it too hard. I actually dislike making molds more, because I have to think about that one a lot more. Hopefully that sinks. Guess we'll find out. But I don't know, sanding, there's so much time spent sanding. My goodness. Alright, so let's add another bit to the rose and gold. I think I need to do the ones with the plants in them next, because I realized that the resin's going to need time to actually sink down around the plants. Didn't think about that. It definitely saves hefting up large jugs. Can also just pour the resin into smaller bottles, but pumps are nice. Get the same amount each pump, and no X pumps can do Y amounts of resin. Plus, if like the pumps are exactly the same, you wouldn't even have to measure necessarily. You could just do like 5 pumps of one and 5 pumps of the other, because I know that's even parts A and even parts B. That would be kind of nice. But I mean, obviously, I always do like 100 milliliters or so. All right. I think it's going to take the longest for it to sink down into here, so we'll add it here. Yeah, I've dilly-dallied too long. Things are thick. The resin is thick now. This is an issue. It's an issue when the resin's thick. Part of it's just, I think, with the bottles, I have to kind of work slowly. So I need to try and do like little drips at a time, so that it actually goes through the small neck of the bottle. It'll be kind of similar with the sphere, actually. I can tell that the resin is not go. Oh, I'm getting kind of hungry. What do I want for lunch after this? I should probably have a snack because, like I said, I have people coming over for dinner, and that's, you know, not a ton of time in between when I get done streaming and when people are coming over. But I could definitely go for a snack. I wish. Oh man, I was gonna have a bagel yesterday. We had 2 bagels left, and then one of them was moldy. So I ended up not having a bagel. Oh wait, do we have it? We might have muffins in the freezer though. That could be good. Something bready sounds good. I don't remember what we have in the fridge. Ooh, or like a bowl of cereal. That could be good. I don't have bowls of cereal very often just because milk does me in usually, but I'm feeling pretty good today. I think I could do a bowl of cereal. What's your guys' favorite? Oh yeah, I was gonna say snack food, but what's your favorite food? Like, I feel like if asked that now, I usually just like default to like mac and cheese just because it's easy. I like lots of different food, I suppose. Don't like cooking all that much, but I like food. Can you tell that I'm hungry? Big air bubble in there. Oops. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I was going to overfill this one again, but it actually went better than I thought it was going to, and that one actually might be full enough. I don't really need the bottles to be full all the way up. I did it here. Just because, like, they'll stay together and stuff, even if the bottles... Sorry! We can be hungry together. I really should figure out a schedule. I think for General Tso's is good. That was always my favorite. Like if we went to like a Chinese restaurant growing up, I always got like General Tso's chicken. Oh wait, we have leftover Chinese food in the fridge. I can ask for that. I think there's lo mein in the fridge. Maybe I'll have lo mein. Thank you for the wonderful reminder that there's Chinese food in the fridge. Yeah, the resin's starting to get a little bit thick. This does not bode well. Let's fill this one up as much as we can. I might have to do another pour on that one. Just because it's not, there's a big area of air. I really like cottage pie or green bean casserole. I don't know, I'm a casserole kind of person, I guess, too. That's another good option. I really like a good like hearty or like a good burrito. I also really like Mexican food. We got a lot of like taco trucks here. That's where you get the best Mexican food. If you ever want really good, like a really good burrito or something, go to a taco truck. Trying to get the resin to actually sink down in there. Okay, just a second. Let me finish filling up the sphere here, and then I'll set these off to the side for a second because, ooh, my resin's thick. My resin is way too thick. My resin dummy thick, bro. I don't know why I said that, But I did. Can't take it back now. Oh, Ven Girl, since you also do, like, you also make stuff, I have a Discord in the description of this live stream. If you ever want to show off, like, stuff that you've been making or working on, I would love to see, like, photos of it and stuff. There's a whole spot there. You've only had Mexican food 3 or 4 times in your life. It's really hard to get here. That's fair. Yeah. There's a pretty large Hispanic population where I live, so lots of Mexican food. It was funny because I went to school in Seattle for a couple of years. I went to UW. Not a very large Hispanic population there, so not a lot of Mexican food. So when I went over there, I missed Mexican food so much. I love Mexican food. And then when I got back, I really missed Thai food. Because there's just not as many places to get Thai food here. Like, no, I want my pad Thai. It's like, oh man. Sphere. That one's done. Oh, good. This actually sank down a little bit. So luckily, what we have left is the solid black, which it's fine. It's just a solid black, so I'm not too worried about it having to do anything fancy. And the glow in the dark yellow and orange, which I wanted it to be a little bit thicker when I did those anyways, so that hopefully the glow in the dark doesn't sink too much, because the glow in the dark powder likes to sink. So it kind of worked out, but that is usually why I try and order things in the right order. I didn't do that very well today because I got distracted. I didn't order things correctly. But luckily, they're not too bad. We've got things left that it's okay if the resin's a little bit thicker. Okay. And the other things are just going to be like little spare dice and stuff, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see, sure, you'd have to get your old Discord login data. You love to. If you finish something anytime soon, fair. Yeah, there's no pressure there. To be fair, I don't know why I keep inviting people to the Discord, which sounds weird, but it's just like, oh no, there's a lot of people here now. What am I doing? How did so many people end up here? Oh good, things are starting to sink. Let's see if I can show you. So, things are actually starting to, the mica powder is actually starting to sink in there, which is good. I was worried that it wouldn't, so. Okay, let's do these next, because again, bottles, hard to get things in bottles. Easier to get things in things that are not bottles. So let's do these real quick. But no, I don't know. I love seeing what people are working on. Like really the two main things I feel like that happen in my Discord are people showing off art projects that they're working on. Or if I make dice on stream, I'll post photos of them the next day. Because, you know, it's like, well, we worked on these together. You guys should be able to see how they turned out. But, so people posting, like, art that they're working on. Or, like, people talking about their D&D games and stuff. Which is also fun. I like hearing about people's D&D games. Must find something to eat now. I know, I'm really hungry now. That's fine. That's fine. I'll go get some Chinese food after this. Okay. Blue one. Yes, this has gotten very, very thick. Good luck with the hunt. May you forage well. Oh, here's something that I saw at one point, and now I'm curious. What do you guys call it when there's no, like, I don't know if, I guess this depends on what you're used to. But like, so like my brother usually cooks dinner. Me and my brother live together. My brother's an excellent cook and enjoys cooking. I like eating. But like, what do you call it on the nights where like a meal is not prepared for the household? You have to try and find food for yourself. Cause like, my family always called it like a fend for yourself night. It's like, we're just fending for ourselves. We're gonna go find leftovers or eat something, go have a can of soup or something. But you got to fend for yourself. Do you guys have a word for that? I am also curious because I'm sure there's some like households where people aren't used to having a central meal either. So they wouldn't have a word for that at all. Okay. I'm suddenly reminded, I think I might have been home from college. Yeah, I was home from college, I think, because I remember it became kind of a joke between some of my college friends. But at one point, it was kind of a fend for yourself sort of night. I was living with my parents because I think I was just home from college, and my mom walked past my bedroom door. I was just like, there's chicken on the stove if you want some. Or you can have ice cream and caramel clusters like I'm doing, and then just kept walking. Like, I see they're having a healthy dinner, Mom. But it became kind of a joke because it was that moment when I realized that the only difference between a child and an adult is an adult has to buy their own ice cream. Fringe sightseeing. That's cute. Do you ever like look in there and you're just like, there's nothing I really want in here, and so you go and you close the fridge and you kind of like look around like in the kitchen and you're just like, there's not really anything I want here, so you open the fridge again and you're like, maybe things have changed. It's like things haven't changed, but maybe there'll be something that I want in here. My standards have been lowered. Fill this like just a little bit more. I think that'll be enough for that. So I don't want to fill it up all the way. I want it to be obvious that like it's something in a bottle. Does that make sense? If I fill it up all the way, it's suddenly just a red sphere. I want that little bit of air there, which is something that I kind of missed with a couple of these other ones. Yeah, an adult can eat ice cream whenever he wants. Yeah, exactly. That was just kind of why I was laughing at it, because it's just like, I'm an adult. I can eat ice cream when I want to, but I also have to buy my own ice cream. But no, the joke became, like, with the friends was just that the adult in the group, like, you knew someone was an adult when they had to buy their own ice cream. So it became, like, kind of a joke that whoever, like, bought ice cream or whatever was an adult. Drain. Okay, let those sit for a minute. It's funny because, like, yes, technically I could eat ice cream whenever I want, but think of the cost. My stomach would kill me. This is what I get for being almost 30, I guess. I'm not there yet, but already my stomach is revolting. start making some more like miscellaneous dice. So I have a bunch of miscellaneous dice. Just dice singles that are either from sets where all of them didn't turn, like all the dice didn't turn out, or just like I use them as dump molds. But I kind of want to make more because I'm doing the art walk that I think I mentioned earlier. And I decided that I'm going to put all of my miscellaneous singles out for the, it's like a tabling event for local artists. I decided I'm going to put all of my, like, miscellaneous single raw unsanded dice out, and then just say $5 each, you know. And I'm hoping that that goes well. That seems like something that people might like, because a lot of people were like, ooh, dice. Ooh, expensive dice. But if they're just like $5 each, you know, sure they're not like sanded and polished and inked or whatever, but I feel like people could still be like, ooh, I like this thing, and get it anyways, without breaking the bank. But if enough people do that, then, you know, it adds up. But also it means that if enough people do that, I'll need more miscellaneous dice. Yeah, it takes 2 or 3 attempts to find something proper to eat in the fridge. Oh. There's like a certain amount of like, I just look in the fridge and I'm just like, I don't see anything I want. And then, you know, I come back to it and I'm like, okay, I will actually dig and look behind things. I know there's a Tupperware container back there. I don't remember what's in it. Might be something that's worth eating. Alright. Okay, this one is ready to go. Yeah, I want to try and make sure that things stay upright. This one might be okay if I can get the resin to actually go in. Okay, things are getting a little goopy. Things are getting a little goopy. So. Let's get our last couple of things made. We'll get our glow-in-the-dark ones. Oh yeah, okay. Pick up the yellow. And a couple drops of orange. And we'll see if the glow-in-the-dark makes it opaque enough. So I want it kind of opaque, but not like super opaque. Oh yeah, that's going to be opaque enough. No white needed. I think I may have added too much glow-in-the-dark powder. Even, but okay. I need to do fewer different things. That's my problem here. The reason that this is taken so long and my resin is very thick is that I think I might not do the bottle. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this in the bottle. So it's just that I had so many different things that I was switching between, and it takes time to mix up each individual pigment and that sort of stuff. I think this will be easier to do this. It'll be easier to put this stuff in dice, luckily. We might end up with some air bubbles, which could be an issue, but I do think that I can get the resin into the dice easier than some of these. Some of these are very small openings at the top, which also means that the resin doesn't sink in very quickly. Give those a minute. I don't think I'm going to do that bottle. Let's get our black mixed up. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I do appreciate it. That's what I like about streaming, is just hanging out and chatting with people. So I'm glad that you guys could come hang out. Alright. Nice opaque black. Okay, let that flow. Sorry, I'm going a little bit quiet here because I'm trying to focus on getting these done fairly quickly now. No more dilly-dallying. And I still have a bunch of resin here that I want to put into some dice. It's going to be a little bit messy, that's fine. It's just all going to sink down to the bottom, hopefully. And I can clean up the top super easy. Some weird internet people to talk to? Absolutely. The best kind of internet people. You know, I wish, maybe this is just, I feel like other people can relate to this. I wish I was as weird as I used to be. I wish I wasn't as, like, self-conscious as I am now. Like, I wish I was willing to just do stuff. And if I make a fool of myself, so be it. And I think that's why I could never be an actor. I know I said earlier I did a local commercial. Like, stuff like that's fine. I was very wary to watch the commercial. A bunch of people saw it before I did, because I'm just like, I don't know if I want to see myself on screen. That's just kind of, like, embarrassing. But it was fine. But no, just, like, the whole process of acting, I identify as weird. And also ice cream. Is it Neapolitan specifically? Yes, there is a running joke in the Discord about Neapolitan being a sexuality. That came about from one of the mods organizing his dice, and he couldn't figure out where to put Neapolitan dice, so like stripes of pink and white and brown. So he put them with the pride dice that he had. So it became a joke that that Neapolitan is a some sort of sexuality or gender. Don't know which one. Alright. Let's do some orange. But just for some context to that statement. That seems like one of those jokes that, like, taken out of context could sound very homophobic. But, like, in context, it's just something that's being made by a joke that's being made by a bunch of queer people. So it's fine. There's some jokes like that where you're like, I need some context here. Otherwise this sounds kind of bad. Alright, there's that. Do a little bit more yellow. And we'll add our orange. I think we're done with our yellow. This is just a little bit of rubbing alcohol, by the way. I'm just spritzing down the tops of things. It helps the air bubbles to disperse a bit on the surface. It kind of breaks the surface tension a little bit. Helps the air bubbles to go away. It. We could do a little bit more blue. Just a little bit more blue. call that one done. Let that sink in, hopefully. Let that sink in. Okay. And a little bit more blue here. And then we'll call those done. Because, oh boy, I need to use up these resin and get things into the pressure pot because it's very thick. Which means that I'm running out of work time. Okay. It's a little bit messy on the outside. That should be fine. I can clean up the outside a little bit after. Okay. So let's start getting some of this into maybe some dice molds. Let's do a D20. Let's find some clear. A bunch of clear in there, and we'll do some blue in some of the phthalo blue. I think that'll be really pretty. Do some of that, and we'll do some gold. I think those would look really pretty together. it was amusing to see that batch of all the differing pride dice, and then a wait a minute moment, having to take a minute before it's like ice cream. Something is not right here. I can't put my finger on it. But something feels off. Ooh, we can do a little bit of the interference gold too. That'll also be pretty. Maybe I'll use up the interference gold even. We'll put the rest of the interference gold in this die. Perfect. I'm just trying to use up resin. I'm trying to pair things up that I think will look pretty together. Not necessarily the colors that I had paired, but we're going to throw some things in here. Clear. By the way, how much did your pressure pot cost? I probably don't have the money to buy one. Maybe I could build one myself. I built mine out of parts from Harbor Freight. So it's a thing for like pressurizing paint for like painting like a house or something. And then I went and changed all the fixtures and stuff on it so that I could leave it for 24 hours or whatever to actually work as like a pressure chamber. How much did it cost? I don't know. I don't remember. It was like 2 years ago. It was probably around $100 is my guess. Like overall, does that sound about right? I don't know. I don't have a good memory. Do not have a good memory. Cool. Got a D20. Let's do a D12. Just why not? I'm going to do this orange first. Most of my pressure pots are modified paint sprayer pots, like Harbor Freight pot. Yeah. You can find videos online on how to make, like change a Harbor Freight paint thing to a pressure pot. There's a hope for both free dice. Yeah. And if you have any problems with like its sealing, there's a couple of different solutions. I know a couple of, mine was half off sale, so around $50. Normal price is around $90. Yeah, I was like, it's around $100, I think. There was like a couple of like little pieces that I picked up from like Home Depot or somewhere. Might have been at Harbor Freight. No, probably Home Depot. To like change things a bit, but just like some pipe fittings type pieces. I would suggest getting some, what's the word I'm looking for? The stuff that you like put into like the threads to prevent like air from leaking out around them, because that was an issue. Like a leak around like through some of the threads. And then I would suggest Vaselining the gasket to prevent air from leaking out, because you know you want to leave it for about 24 hours without a bunch of air. You want it to be pressurized for a while. What was I saying? Let's do. I wonder if I could do that in a 20. Let's see, highest face. Let's do this. We'll use it clear. And then I would suggest the thing that made it so that mine was a lot better sealed was I WD-40'd the part that you tighten, the part that you kind of screw to keep the lid down, and it made it a lot easier to actually tighten it, which means that I could tighten it more. So that seemed to really help, just WD-40ing those so that they were a little bit smoother to tighten down. The only thing you got for mine to change around was 2 ball valves, and yeah, don't do the tape thread. Yeah, don't do tape. Tape does not work well. But get some of the, I can't think of what this stuff is called. Is it Loctite or something like that? I got a soft cure one. I don't know that I like it as much. I think maybe a hard cure thread sealer type thing might have worked better. But I don't know. I just try not to move things too much. And it works fine. And a little bit of air does escape in the process of things curing. I fill it up to about 40 psi, and then, when I come back 24 hours later, it's maybe down to 30 or something, maybe. And things have cured fine. But you probably don't want it to lose a ton of air. Gold. Loctite. There we go. Yeah, Loctite. Can you send links? Let's see. Teflon brand only works well for sealing. Oh, okay. If you have an idea already, then perfect. Tape is bad for stuff that will be under pressure. Yeah. Under pressure. Pushing down. Come on. Go in. Watching some different screen. Let's see if I have enough of just this resin here. I was hoping that I'd have enough between the yellow and the orange to make a D20, but I'm like, ooh, Sorcerer D20 to match the Sorcerer keychains and possibly necklace. But I don't think I'm going to have quite enough resin, so we might have to put some, I could put some clear red in there. That'll look cool. Because we'll go from yellow to orange, and then we'll do red. Sure, it doesn't have the same glow-in-the-darkness to it, but that's fine. It's the next in the rainbow. Okay. We have Teflon brand at work that's made for such kind of stuff, but not that high pressure. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't remember. I might have tried tape at first and it did not work out well. Not quite enough red either. Let's see, what's going to add after the red? Do I want to go blue? What do I want to add after all the red? Just don't have quite an, I don't have, oh, I just a little tiny bit more. Just a little bit more red, please. Not quite. Not quite enough red. Oh, I guess I could make some more red. Yeah, Ty replaced the gasket. I didn't replace the gasket. I put Vaseline all over the gasket and that seemed to help, but yeah. Yeah, I found that the Vaseline helped too. Like I said, different people have done different things to help it seal, but yeah, if you try it out and it doesn't seal properly, it's not just you. A lot of people have run into that issue. That's part of the reason I brought it up. It's just like we've had problems with it staying nice and sealed for 24 hours. If you run into that, believe me, you're not the only one. So lots of different people have come up with lots of different kind of quick fixes for it. That one looks pretty empty. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We got pictures in the Discord of Ty's very lovely silicone color choices. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's not like a necessity. If you're planning on like selling dice, I would definitely recommend it. Just because I think it does really improve the quality of the dice, just because of air bubbles and stuff. But if you're just making them for fun, it doesn't really matter. I'll have this in there. Okay, let's see. We've got this left for, let's see, we could do a D. We'll do a D10. That's what I grabbed. Didn't know it came in any other color than clear. Yeah. You were so distraught in the Discord, though. It was pretty funny. Black. Oh man, I kind of wish, I was really sad. Do you guys remember Twitch Sings? Did you guys ever see that? It was a thing on Twitch for a while there. It was basically like karaoke, but it was through Twitch. And the thing was, you could like host like rooms, like karaoke room type things, in on there, and then have like people join and all do like karaoke together type thing, like on stream. The thing was, you could only host a room if you were affiliate level. Twitch Sings literally went away the day after I reached, or it went away the day that I reached affiliate level. It was just like, darn it! I like singing. Why has this happened to me? Alright, let's grab a different D10. I use, let's see, just use all the clear that we can. I'd love to figure out how to do some like music stuff because I do love singing, but I'm always so worried about like copyright and getting sued for using other people's intellectual property, which is why I was amazed that I could do Minecraft dice, because you can do that apparently. They allow that. But man, that was me as a kid. I was singing like 24/7 as a kid. I'm sure knowing everyone around me. It was very. I guess maybe it was a bit of like a vocal stim, but just looking back at it, it's like I wasn't aware that I was doing it until it was like pointed out. Probably won't sell them. You're not that confident in your work. That's fair. I just like to make stuff, and you want to get my friends to play D&D. It's nice to have nice dice. Ah, I see. It's all bribery at work. Excellent. It's been so long since I played D&D. I had found kind of a group that I was to play with, and then the whole pandemic happened, and I can't do it on. I can't play D&D online. My brain cannot pay attention to that. But I understand. To be fair, that's how I kind of decided to make D&D dice, was that D&D group that I joined. Because one of the guys was just like, it might be fun to make dice. I'm like, I have a little bit of resin at home, and I've done I haven't really messed around with resin much, but I have a little bit of resin at home. I could try that. That might be fun. Like, I have the stuff to do that. I just need to get some dice molds. I went and got a set of cheap dice molds. Nope, this isn't working well. Went and got pressure pot and stuff. For reference, I quit my job to go back to school and finish my degree. I had a desk job for like 5 years, and I had been working part-time working full-time and going to school part-time for like 5 years. And I was burnt out, couldn't get my schedules to line. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to quit my job. I have one more semester. I'm going to finish my degree. And so I went back to school, just to a local, like, offshoot of a university. And then I graduated in May of 2020. If I need to explain what happened, in April of 2020, things were very weird when I graduated. So I ended up kind of like, do I go out and look for work? I'm okay for a little while if I don't go out and look for work. I have some stuff saved up from my job. Do I go out and look for work in the middle of the pandemic? Because that feels irresponsible. Do I just not work? That also feels irresponsible. Like, what do I do? So I went and started doing some different stuff to kind of stay busy. I started making dice because I had time, and I took like a voice acting class online, and that was fun. I feel like I was pretty good at the commercial stuff, but I was not good at character work. I guess that's just a fun fact. And but with the dice, I started making. I was going to do something with resin and got into D&D half a year ago. I thought, okay, now I have the perfect excuse to start making stuff with resin. Perfect. You got to find that excuse. It's like, so I've played D&D since I was a kid. I grew up with my dad would run games for the family. Like I would always play like an elf ranger. My brother would usually play like a dwarf fighter, and my mom would play a human cleric. Like we had kind of our normals that we'd go to, and then my dad would run the games. What was I saying? So I played it for a long time. So I got like one set of dice I think from him for Christmas one year. I think it was a set of Chessex, just like a solid. It was either a solid translucent teal or solid translucent purple. I can't remember which one it was because I can't remember if my brother and I switched or not. So one of us got teal and one of us got purple, and I can't remember which one we started out with. So what was I saying? I wonder if I could do one of these. Where's one of the thin ones? Is this a D, an R1? All R4s. Where's an R1? R4. R4. This must be an R1. Yeah, that's an R1. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, with the making resin stuff. Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try making D&D dice. So I did. I got some cheap molds. I got a pressure pot set up. I decided, oh, these cheap molds are terrible, but I'm never planning on selling them, so I don't know if I want to get masters made because those are expensive. You have childhood friends that even today. Oh yeah, I've heard about your long-term D&D group, which I think is awesome. But I almost didn't get masters made because I was just like, I'm never gonna sell these. Why would I need to get masters made if I'm never gonna sell them? They're so expensive, and it's like, what's the point? But I went for it anyways. I can't remember what finally made me decide to do it. I think just that the other molds were such a pain to work with. But maybe. I'm like, okay, I didn't make my own molds. This is annoying. So I figured out like a logo. I figured out like a shop name for if I did ever sell anything under like that, sort of moniker. And then figured out a logo that matched that. I think my brother came up with my shop name. I think it was his idea. But yeah, I went and made a few sets of dice, and then I went and probably put some in my Etsy shop far sooner than I should have. I started selling the dice pretty quickly after I started making them, but people seem to like them, so I guess it's okay. Okay, this is the last little bit of resin. Perfect. But I put like 5 sets up in my Etsy shop. Actually, I put 5 sets of Galaxy dice, 5 sets of faux amethyst dice, and I made like 1 set of each. And I was just like, okay, well, I mean, I can make more if people want them. And I sold all of the Galaxy dice within like 2 weeks. Yeah, they're really cheap thin molds. They're not easy to work with. Like, I feel like that's where most people start out. It's just because, if you just want to try it out, then sure. But just they kind of end up with some like air gaps and stuff because they're just difficult. They don't have a good spot to like pool extra resin and stuff. Okay. I think they might be the same ones, to be honest. Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things where I don't fault anyone for getting those first. Yeah, you shouldn't sell dice that you make with those because the design does not belong to you or the person that's selling the design. But I know people want to try it out with making a huge financial what's the word I'm looking for? Financial. What is the word I'm looking for? Commitment. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But they want to try it out without making a huge financial commitment, so they end up with those. So I don't fault anyone for that. Okay, this is gonna be fun. The ones with the very round 0. Okay, I think I'm not even gonna film putting the lids on the clear ones, just because I don't want to have to try and move things around so that I have a good view of them. But I need to get all of these lids on ASAP. Yeah, I feel like those are the molds that a lot of people end up starting with just because they're like, I want to try this out. These are cheap. I can try it with these. Like, I wish there was like a better cheap dice mold option, but I don't know. All of the nice dice molds are more expensive. There's now legality issues with those dice designs and people getting in trouble trying to sell. That's what I say. You do not sell dice made with those molds, because the dice designs do not belong to you. They also don't belong to the person who's selling those molds. They took the designs from a different dice place. I don't know if it's a manufacturer or a person. Yeah, masters in silicone are expensive. I know. To be fair, the masters are a one-time purchase. So if you plan on making, dice in the future, then, it's more, you don't have to, like, get a whole bunch of them. And the molds, you do have to remake those, but, you can make a bunch of sets of dice with a single set of molds. So yeah, it's expensive, but it kind of evens out a little bit. It's a high initial cost, but if you use them a lot, it evens out in the long run. It was a Kickstarter from someone claiming handmade dice, but they outsourced them to a Chinese company. Ah, okay. I'm trying to wedge some things in here to keep them upright. Ooh, that could be a problem. I need to figure out. Okay, so I'm putting them all in this little tray so I can put them into the pressure pot. This is like the right size for that. I'm just trying to get things wedged a little bit so that they stay upright. But also, I'm at the end of my work time here. I'm way over the end of my work time, to be honest. Let's put, like, this has got some bubbles, but there's not really time to fix them all. What's going on? Let's see. So it was a scam. They didn't pay. Wait, how did they not pay the? Well, that's a whole thing. Sounds like. Man, I don't know what I would ever do a Kickstarter for, but it's like one of those things where it's just. My problem is not like money usually when it comes to trying to make things. It's time. So I feel like a Kickstarter would not help me in that regard. Maybe if I designed a board game, I could see a Kickstarter, happening for that. But like dice and handmade goods, my problem is not. The problem is not money. The problem is time. Okay. So a lot of these I don't really want up against these because I want them to say nice nails. Documents came out on all of this last year, so it's just. And now the people who started the whole thing back and causing issues for people selling dice with those molds. And wow. I'd only heard that like the design belonged to someone else and it was stolen, but didn't hear about all the other stuff. I need to figure out how I'm going to keep all of these things upright. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. In terms of time and money, we don't have any. Yep. Such is the state of the world that we live in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to keep these all upright. I think maybe if I kind of put them all together a bit, I might be able to. Oh, actually, I have an idea. I'll just grab some clean molds that don't have anything in them. Here, I will just grab, I know how I can prop these up. I'm just going to grab some like old molds here that don't have anything in them. Ah! Oh no! Ooh, my resin's very thick, and I can tell because things have knocked over and the resin did not move. I need to get these in the pressure pot now. Okay, so I'm going to probably call things. Let me get everything. Oh, darn it! Everything's sticking to me. Stop it. I'm going to get everything into the pressure pot. And I'll probably call it once I get everything on this tray, because I need to go fill the pressure pot with air. Actually, that'll probably be fine. Okay. Oh, cool. I'll put these here. You think you're gonna leave now? Oh gosh, it's like 1 a.m. Alright, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just about to head out myself, so that works out perfect. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. But hopefully I'll see you later. Oh, this is actually working better than I thought it would, kind of jamming everything in here between some empty dice molds. Kind of surprised how well it's working. Now anyone can buy them in bulk for pennies and resell them for however much they want. Oh, the molds. Yeah. Okay, let's add another one of these here. Ooh, just a second here. Ugh, he's so sticky. Okay, that should keep those in place. Alright, I think that's, oh, I have a D12 here. Now, it helps if I put the lid on correctly. Alright, I need to head out. Alright, I'm gonna go get these over 2 pounds in the resin part. I'd say you're well past working. I know. Alright, I'm gonna go get these into the pressure pot. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll try and post photos of how things turned out tomorrow on